Haha. There we go. Actually, right now it's. What are they going on? Who is? Ah, but there's Don and there's Eric. Bang, bang. It's a 1-2 punch. You guys like the tag team. Yowza. Well, hello. Hello, hello, hello. To you so far. Anyway, more people watching. I see 7. Here's Peter. Hello, Peter. Peter says, happy birthday, Kelly. Yes, he does. Thank you, Peter. Much appreciated. I was going to kind of slip that in gradually, but people know. People know. We're not there yet, but give us some 12 hours or so. Give us 4 hours, and we've actually tripped the odometer, and then there's a time for it now, isn't it? This thing still works. I built this thing like 25 years ago. Same battery. This is amazing. Parts from Radio Shack. Radio Shack. That'll take you back, but it still does great. And by the way, okay, perhaps that's enough of the goals. Why do I think I have my lights on down here? Let's make sure that's good. Oh, give me the color lights, please. You can't see them, but I know they're there. Who else is kicking around here? Errol, hello. Yeah. Oh, yes. Hello, Pa. It's like you meant to say Paul. I got you. It's okay. You can say Pa. I'm not gonna act as your father and tell you don't do that and like blah blah blah. But you've already got one of those. It's good. And Julie, happy birthday Eve and happy Wednesday. Yeah, actually Thursday. Good grief, it feels like Wednesday. I'm here on Wednesday all the time. We had to shift it this week because of classes, circumstances, and I'm like, okay, what the heck day is it? It's like during lockdown, where after 4 or 5 days, you're like, I have no idea. Every day feels like a weekend. Although, hey, I hit the office today. The office was kind of here, and we're just doing what we do. But definitely all on that. And hello, mother. Hello, fada. Here I am at Velvetina. Boom, 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 boom. I have a banner at the bottom there, so I don't have to speak too much about this. The Amazon store is actually a happy place. And I would really like to move that banner because there's another banner that takes you to Patreon, but I don't know how to do that. I don't go solo too often with these. I know how to do it. I'm still working out the gewgaws, but we'll get there. The Amazon store is good because it's totally passive. And if you're shopping there anyway, and you're like, I'd buy something, if you started our store, if you started our store, which is like that URL there, and then say, and then buy something from the store, or, and this is very important, if you just go like, I don't really need anything from the store right now, but I need to buy thingy, who knows? It could be shampoo, it could be a fridge. If you start there and go there, we get a credit. Wow. It's not going to cost you anything extra. Helps us out, keeps this sort of thing going, keeps us in liquor. Oh, the fine bottles with the purple fluid inside. A fine elixir. But that goes much appreciated. And there's some people who really do it regularly, and they're like, hey, did you get the money this month? And I'm like, actually, I'll check, And it usually takes a few months to cycle, but then there's a few bucks. I'm like, big thumbs. These days, when all these big companies are just like, you're not going to make any money, forget it, kid. I'm like, I'm glad when one of them does, and I will take it as long as. And if that starts to fail, then forget about it. Here we go. Lisa's here. Hello. Dime is in Camp Granada. Yeah. Julia, so yeah, you're thinking Wednesday. I'm thinking Wednesday. What the hell day is it? And I'm going to wake up tomorrow and go to an office and be like, oh wait, it's Friday. Also I've got the time off because we are going to go on a date. Hello, because that's the kind of thing you do. Let's see. And yeah, oh, good. But definitely, where we'll have a little drink it. Where we'll have a little drinker. There's bartender, bottle ginna. Mix it with a little vermouth and make a slinger. No, you wouldn't use vermouth in a sling. Well, that's terrible. I quit. No, I'm out of here. No, I'm not. Just because I can't improvise lyrics like that, so what? I'll do it again. We sloshed them, be acting like a stinker. Yeah, that actually sounds a lot like Alan Sherman. And one important thing about him is that he has 2 huge hits, and then it's like he just dies on the vine. He kept making records, and some of his greatest stuff came much later, like the Beatles parodies and things. Pop Hates the Beatles, and then that the Ratfink song, and what's the one that I just love? A Waste of Money, to the tune of Taste of Honey, and it's totally taken off of the Herb Alpert TJB. Hmm? That's not Alan Sherman.
Oh, it's not?
No.
Oh, it's Tom Lehrer.
You're right. You picked yourself right up on that one. Absolutely. Tom Lehrer, hilarious as well. But yeah, check out the later Alan Sherman's, because he kept recording albums for Warner Brothers, and he kept performing live. He was kind of a popular Vegas guy to open up for people, and all the Rat Pack loved him. So like he kept going. Just because you stop having hits doesn't mean too much. He kept selling albums, which everybody was doing. Geez, he had something in common with like The Cream. He wasn't really selling huge numbers of singles as much as albums. So let's see. Cheers to Gettysburg's here. Yeah, hello, ma'am. Happy birthday, Kelly. Hello, friends. Yep. Boom, 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 boom. Kelly has been to class and she had to rush home. Actually, she didn't have any say in the matter. The train goes the rate it goes. And then she boogied home as soon as she could, but did stop to pick up it's in the freezer, bottle of bubbles. Hey, there she goes. Hello.
Hi. I didn't put on my lipstick. You might not recognize me.
What is it? She wanted to make sure she got presentable.
Thank you, everyone.
Yes.
Appreciate that. Wait, Casey, is it?
Casey's here. Isn't it your birthday soon?
Let us know.
Yeah, please. I
Happy
believe so.
Valentine's Day, everyone.
Happy V-Day. You see behind me, I've got a big heart. We found that last year? 2 years? Recently.
Last year.
Recently.
Last year. We had it for Valentine's Day last year.
We did. So it was in
But we found it like fall of 23.
Okay, there we go. I say it very slowly so that I can act as if I knew what I was saying.
Oh, I forgot my dinner.
Oh, yeah. Do you want to go get it? It's hot.
Yeah.
Why don't you go eat?
He microwaved some food for me.
Why don't you go take care of that and whatnot? I can hold down the fort with people.
Okay.
That's good, yeah. Ma'am says happy 23rd birthday. Ha, 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 ha. Oh, P-Shaw, she's 38 if she's a day. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, wow. Well, that's funny. Interesting. I don't think I've ever seen the video for that McCartney. I remember at the time when the album Tug of War came out, I was a big Beatles fan, so I got a copy of that. I listened to it once or twice, but years later I put it on. I'm like, there's actually a lot of good stuff on that record, and some things that like got airplay on the radio for like 2 seconds and gone. It was just like in and out. But then I'm like, it's actually a pretty good tune, kind of thing. Kelly, stage right, bingo. But anyway, yeah. So I guess I got to think about what I'm doing in terms of. But I'm working solo here, so I'm what kind of solos just to make sure things are good. And like because she got kind of dressed up, I had to get a little dressy myself. I'm not wearing a tie because I don't think I've got anything that really goes with this. And I was thinking about the ascot, and I'm like, it's totally going to cover up the color, which is the point. The reason I'm wearing this is because of the color, so I can coordinate. So no tie for this thing. It's more of a casual, yacht club kind of thing where it's like, the tie is like off and you're just like, hey, everybody, I'm serving some G&Ts over here. And, and I do have like, Captain Tripp's hat, which I do love for many, many occasions. I will wear the classic straw with all the lapel pins again soon. And as a matter of fact, we've gotten a few new ones because we've seen 3 shows recently. Again, in reverse order, Death Becomes Her, Gypsy, Revival, with Audra McDonald, and Oh Mary. These are all hilarious. Well, Gypsy isn't hilarious as much as terrifying, but it's gripping. You will be gripped. No, it's just incredible. It's Broadway. They're all good. They're all good. And Oh Mary is absolutely nuts and about to get nutser because they're going to get Titus Burgess in the title role. And oh boy, if you're not familiar with his work, Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt and all that, and he's done a ton of Broadway and things like that. But the Death Becomes Her was just amazing. If you're coming to New York and you're like, I want to take in a show, do some advance on this and see if you can score some tickets. I have seen these things on the TKTS zipper. That's like the discount place. We weren't a sold out crowd. So you're like, okay, no discounts today, except that we saw it during Broadway week. So we actually got a twofer, which is great. Now that is gone now. But if you watch very carefully, you might find deals. And if you're just like thought all that, whatever, I'm just going to pay full price. Hey, power to you. That's great too. I do recommend you try to find deals because there are deals to be had. But definitely, yeah. I have a recommendation to take a look up the actual video for Coming Up. Oh yeah, I remember when that song was around. I believe it was a live version. That was the thing around the same period where there was a live version of "She's Got Away" by Billy Joel, and it's like no one had ever heard the original because it was on his first album that stiffed and was mastered at the wrong speed and blah blah blah. And it's like, oh, this is a problem. So I think years later, he's like, I love this song, and I'm going to cut it again. And, he just decided to release that as a single, or maybe his label did it. Yeah, his first album came out, solo album was called Cold Spring Harbor. It was sort of like, I think it was released as a boutique label from Columbia. And for some reason, the mastering was wrong and everything sounds fast. And it's like, oh, well, once it's in the stores, you're like, you got adjustable speed on the turntable, don't you? No, you don't. Oh, well. Yeah, like it didn't happen. So that was like kind of tanked it for a couple of years. And that's the period where he went to Hollywood and was playing in piano bars and thus Piano Man and whatever. I don't need to speak too much about Billy Joel because I'm not a huge fan, but I do respect the work. And I like his first band a lot. So Ma'am says, has a friend who just saw Gypsy, says she's a changed woman after seeing it.
Oh my God.
I'm hearing that because we walked to that theater just sort of like holding on to the lungs to make sure they were still there. It's just like, you're taken aback by, the force of what's on stage. And, Rose is Rose, right? But all of the characters just have their energy. And like, Baby June there, who, by the time she finally leaves the show was like 14 years old. She's like, I'm not a baby anymore, Ma. This is so pent up with all of this BS that she's just like, and she does her number. It really hits you. They put a lot of vigor into this one. Definitely. Just cover places we can get deals for Broadway shows. Hide thee to tkts.com and check it. And you can always get the app for your phone. That's the booth. That's
also Broadway Direct.
Broadway Direct is a good one. There are sites where you have to pay a fee in order to get hip to deals and whatnot. I don't have any of those at my fingertips, but my buddy Joe, who actually should be watching, does belong to these things.
Club Free Time.
What's that? Club Free?
Club Free Time.
Club Free Times. Okay, check it out. Question, is Tommy still on Broadway? No. Yeah, unfortunately that closed. It was not open very long. It looked like a pretty big relaunch of the whole franchise. Maybe, Kelly's saying it might have been a limited run too, so it could have been enough for that reason. I know that like sometimes these things like there's a big buildup and it doesn't like hit it and it's like it's gone. It's too bad. It was around. I mean, it was around for more than a minute, so maybe it was designed to be limited. And I know Stereophonic, which was designed to be limited, reached the limit and got extended. So you got a little more life on that. Excellent, well worth it. Saw that last year. That did close. I saw something. I was on the boards the other day. There I go. I'm telling you to go see a show. It's gone. What am I here? What am I? I'm just like talking to thin air over here. Who knows? The heck? Stereophonic closed, she says. Okay. Can't see it. But should go on tour because that's actually like really great. It was a really, really cool set. All of you recording engineer nerds out there would be like, well, man, the whole thing takes place in the studio. Literally just one set the whole time. Front of the whole like stage there is like recording deck. Back of it behind the glass is the actual studio setting. And, all the characters come and go, move around, do their thing. They fight, they scream, they shut up, they start liking music, and they go back to and play like 3 songs live. And it was just like, this is really cool. They do not play any material from the group this is basically ostensibly based on, which is Fleetwood Mac. They do play original material. It's very, very reminiscent of, but, it's not like they license that. That would cost them money. It cost enough money to get that. So he did actually get sued. And I remember seeing an article about that. The recording engineers involved were like, yeah, this is a little too reminiscent of things that were in our book. So I think he was taking his source at face value and writing it down and making it happen. Well, kind of glad he did because he got some real good stuff in there, and it's the business. You're gonna get sued. I mean, the company I work for gets sued all the time. People think it's a big deal. It's like, no, it isn't. It's called an insurance company. You get sued. So whatever.
Okay, I've eaten.
I've eaten.
I've eaten.
I've eaten. I made her a plate. All she had to do was heat it up, and she was ready to go. Because I know she's.
We did go to
running down.
Sardi's after
Yes.
it becomes her.
we did, and it was very good, very nice time. And we went recently with a friend too, who was in town. So these things. So yeah, Sardi's is still there, still rocking, still an excellent place, like between shows, because like everyone goes there before and it's totally crowded, and then it's showtime. Place totally clears out. And it's like if you're happy to be there at break, you're just hanging out, chill. They got old movies playing. And Peter, the Fleetwood Mac they're talking about is the Rumors era. So like not just the big album, the big album is what they're talking about, where they spent like 9 months making this record to the point where they've been over the tape so many times they're getting damaged.
Thank you, Gettysburg,
yes.
my album.
But definitely. See, I was trying to coordinate. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah,
all things considered.
We don't clash.
We don't clash. It's not a clashing kind of thing. But
I'd say we could go get fabric like this and make you a shirt, except Joanna's closing.
I tell you.
We'll have to buy all of our fabric online, I guess.
As if you're actually going to be able to feel it and make sure it's good, et cetera, et cetera.
Talking to thin air. Wasn't that the gag? Like you talk to yourself. Do you answer?
Do you answer yourself? That's the kicker. One does. I will frequently say things out loud just because it underlines it better if I can hear it. And if I'm talking to myself, well, no better audience. Easy. Keep it easy.
Oh yeah, go Birds. I was thinking of you all.
There we go.
Birds.
There we go.
I was thinking of you all during the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And they won.
We didn't actually attend the bowl, which is to say tune it in. I suppose we could have. We have access one way or another.
Tubi.
Oh, Tubi had. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Tubi made a big splash to be that. There was an article about that.
We watched The Substance instead.
Yeah, a little light viewing for you. Whoa. That's an awards contender in several different categories, including SAG-AFTRA, which is why we're able to see this. And yeah, that's pretty intense. If you haven't seen it and you're like, well, I'm kind of interested, and like, are you squeamish? Because man, there's a lot of hypodermic needles in this thing. Whoa. Heavy. But the points it makes are just right on target. Yeah, sorry.
Peter, like they're closing something like 500 stores. It's crazy.
Yeah, 500 out of like 800. I'm like, I mean, it's amazing you're leaving 300 open. It's like, are these sort of in very dense areas where you're like, okay, you can definitely do it here, but these other outlets aren't? Because our local is closing, and I'm like, there
are always people getting fabric.
Is a major store for the area. There's their next one is somewhere in Paramus, I think. It's not that close.
Nyack, but I don't even know if that one's closing.
Or even Nyack, which is not that close.
Thought about heading to Philly for the parade. Yeah.
Philly. Yeah, you're right. I mean, I suppose if you could just, metro it in and get it, but still, I remember actually trying to get to my office the day they had the last parade for the New York Giants, who had managed to take the ball.
Were you trying to get rid of this banner?
I was trying to move the banner because there's a banner underneath it. I wanted both banners, but I cannot move Dr. Bruce Banner.
I just noticed it. It's huge.
Yeah, it's kind of large. I tried it out, and I was trying to move it, and I'm like, okay, I got to go live. So, well, that's the Amazon store, of course. I mean, there's probably an easy way to do this. I thought I could just grab it and move it, like things that you do on screen, but whatever. But it's a shame when like a real institution like that and a major source does, and you go in there and you're like, they're busy all the time. It's like when our local Krispy Kreme closed. Was it for lack of business? No, that place was jammed. People were like buying lard all day and their coffee. Blah, blah, blah,
send positive vibes to David Johansen. Oh no, what happened?
Oh geez.
What happened?
Well, he's a man of a certain age, and he's been through some adventures, shall we say?
Yeah, I got rid of that one banner. I mean, I hope you.
I wanted to like just have
shop on Amazon, but
I wanted to have them above each other because there's multiple ways to help us out here. Patreon is always great. We have a number of patrons here already. If you do not patronize, go to Patreon, check it out, check the terms. If you like it, there you go.
Oh God, here come the terms. drink.
Oh yeah, I was gonna make some drinkies, but
But I
then
don't-
you got home
I guess
soon, and
the
we had to take
bubbles
care of
aren't
business.
chilled yet, are
Well,
they?
they're getting there. They should be good.
They
enough
didn't
for
have
my
any chilled bubbles. I was
purposes.
like, they had like
They're doing okay.
20 kinds of chilled Chardonnay.
Oh yeah, that's what you need.
And the only chill, well, I will say the only chilled bubbles they had, I wasn't quite trusting. There was one that was like 0 sugar and something about the alcohol. It wasn't no alcohol, but I was like, forget that. So I was like, forget that.
Forget that.
Forget that.
Forget that.
And then there was another one that was I couldn't tell, and it had like the calorie count on the back and the ingredients listed. I'm like,
missing something.
Is this actual Prosecco? I don't know.
No, brother.
Oh, geez, David has stage 4 cancer. Well, that's awful.
Wow.
Sorry to hear that.
Okay.
Jeez.
There we go. Can you pass me the bottle of brandy, please? I'm gonna make some drinks. I thought I would make something.
It's so heavy.
That's because it's a 175. You know, you can do some presses with these things.
Stage 1 is quite scary. I'm sure
Yeah.
any kind of cancer is very scary.
Anytime we've heard of people, it doesn't matter what you really it takes you back. And we've known people who have been treated, goes in remission, and they keep living. And that's what good treatment is all about. And we've had some good friends actually have to leave us.
Yeah.
And fill in whatever bad word you want to say right now, because that's exactly, you're right. You're right.
Are you making 2 drinks?
I am.
Oh.
Yeah, see?
Thank you. Have you added this to the cocktail sheet?
I didn't get that far.
Okay, well then I will.
I was boogieing at the end of the night, and I almost end of the day, the work day.
It was not a complaint.
I almost got there. I didn't quite get there.
Question.
Anyway, and I'll take that 2 Indies, please. So, yes. Don't say. This is a fine one. This is Emerald 2 Indies, which you can find in really, really well-stocked shops. Our local shop is actually run by people who are Indian American, so they've got the Indian rum.
Is it
This
still
stuff
though?
is
Is what I
aged.
want to know. I haven't seen those people in a long time.
Well, it's hard to say. They might have
Yeah.
sold off. Can't
Yeah.
tell you.
What are you making?
Anyway, what I'm making is the special Valentine Mai Tai.
Oh.
I got everything except the mint, which is currently covered by 3 inches of snow, so I wasn't going to go get it.
Valentine tie?
Valentine?
Valentine.
Valentine. I
Valentine.
like it.
So 1 ounce brandy.
And 1 ounce of aged rum.
Okay.
Wise guy. A little bit of plastic gut in there. Don't
That-
need
that's
plastic in your
yours.
drinks. That's for you. You don't need plastic in
Aloha,
your drinks.
Ben. Good
Aloha.
to see you. Well, good to see everyone. I
Aloha.
wasn't here to greet everyone, so
I read everybody.
thank you for being
I think
here.
I caught everybody at the time.
Yeah, let's hope David can
That's
pull
nice stuff.
through. Yes.
Yeah, man. That's rough. That's rough.
Yes. Keeping a good
Okay.
thought. What are my birthday plans? We're going to Keen's for lunch,
King Steakhouse.
which is High K Palace.
One of our happy places.
It is one of our happy places. And we're going there for lunch because I don't think they're going to make a really big deal about Valentine's Day, because it's just like this high-end steakhouse.
Old school steakhouse.
It's
Pretty high-end,
usually
that's
full
true.
of like people doing business lunches.
That kind of stuff. I will trade this
but
for you with the orange.
I like to go at lunch, partly because I like being home on the weekend or on Friday night, but also because
Thank you.
You're welcome. Because it's obscenely expensive, and it's even more obscenely expensive at dinner. So I like going at lunch. But
Take advantage of the
Oh,
lunch
thank
menu.
you,
You've
King
got
Palace.
a few deals. You
go
have a few deals
fund
for
me.
that.
Yeah, go fund me for this lunch.
Yeah,
Seriously. It's we don't go very often, but we go for special occasions.
When we
And-
go, we make
Hi,
it last.
Pepper
We make it
Tree.
for real.
Thank
Hey,
you.
Pepper Tree. Awesome. Okay, here we go.
Grand Marnier, exactly.
You've got it. Marnie is a really the way to go with the Mai Tai. I think it nails it. Obviously, if you have Cointreau, there's nothing wrong with that. If you have a really nice orange liqueur that you like a lot, that's fine.
Oh, it's called Keen's.
Keens.
Yes,
Yep.
Keen's.
One would think Kean because of the actor. But no, it's Keen's. It was a
Hi,
different
Amy.
actor.
Thank you so much for the present, Amy. I
Oh yeah, you saw that?
appreciate
So cool.
it. Yeah.
What did I get in here? So you got I got
what was I gonna say?
and the I got it.
And beyond that, I'm playing it by ear. I'm hoping. I don't want to hope for no auditions because I want there to be auditions, but it has been a crazy week, and I would really like the weekend off. I said it. I would like the weekend off.
There, I said it.
There, I said it. But yeah, tomorrow we're going into the city. We may stop for drinks somewhere like Sardi's after.
Might just do it. Who knows? It's Friday. Special time, you know.
Oh, okay, folks. I had norovirus for 2 weeks.
Oh no!
Oh my gosh!
I believe I had that 2 years ago, and man, that's no walk in the park.
So an ideal part I'd like to partake in. Yeah, so many. Basically anything. Like I would say, in terms of film, like anything Jennifer Coolidge ever does, I'd be like, I would love to play that role. Or like Mame.
Mm-hmm. Hold on, please.
Okay.
Okay, Hamilton Beach, the way to make a Mai Tai.
I need escapism. I know, don't we all?
Seriously?
Don't we all?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Alice. I love Mame. So many. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, I feel the need for escapism too. Get into this drink right here.
Forgot the bitters. I wanted to use these bitters.
Oh, which bitters? I would have gotten them for you.
That's okay. You're conversing with the guests.
Okay, what else did you do?
The Bogart's bitters, which
You
are
did
made
half and
by,
half?
I think, Bitter Truth. Okay, 1 brandy, 1 aged rum,
Yeah.
½ ounce worth of the Grand Marnier, and ½ ounce worth of the
Lemon?
Barrows
Oh.
Intense, 3/4 ounce of fresh lime juice.
Okay.
Be very careful to add just a dash of the Bogarts, aka Bokers.
Bokers, right?
Yeah. It was apparently spelled both ways back in the day, which is the 19th century, that time. And I need a straw and a straw. I should have had a VLK.
I'm glad he took it upon himself to make drinks.
You know? Yep, there we go.
It's just not something I got to.
No, you know, there's things going on. There's definitely things going on. Put this thing in here. And what do you know? Chill bubbles. So these are actually chilled enough in the time that I have been talking. Sort of like that.
Oh, the food is. Who's asking about the food? Was that you, Peter, asking about the food at Sardi's? Yes, life is a banquet, and most poor suckers are starving to death. I also, one of my favorite lines is, "Auntie is hung."
Uh-huh. By the way, we had some advice recently that said you're opening your bubbles wrong because you take the cage off. I always take the cage off. It said leave the cage on. I was like, really? Guess what? Leave the cage on, you get some leverage. How about that?
These are metal straws.
Yes, they are. Okay, so after all that, I'm going to top with the bubbles. I'm going to give that a good solid boom. So again, what the heck did I do there? That was 1 ounce of aged rum, 1 ounce of brandy. We're using some nice French brandy. ½ ounce of Grand Marnier because I wanted some nicer orange liqueur. ½ ounce of the ginger because I like that. It's a good variation. A dash of Bogart's bitters. Put it in the Hamilton Beach. You do that over ice. Drop it in your glass. Heavy dash of the Bogart's bitters. And top with your bubbles. And there you go.
Answer Lisa. Lisa said, "Can I get into character real fast?" Yes, I believe I can.
There you go.
Thank you.
I bet you could.
I believe so.
Oh, that's very nice. Yeah, I'm liking it a lot.
He's making something he's called the Valentine.
Valentine.
Because we have these Trader Vic's Valentine's glasses.
Yeah, you must serve it in a Trader Vic's Valentine's glass. Although these, I think, are off the market, so you can't do that. But there is a new pair of Vic's Valentines.
I think they have different ones.
There are different ones. They do this every year. That Vic's comes up with a lot of custom glassware, and they're all really cool.
Top of the splash.
And you know, if you make a Mai Tai, this is the exact type of glass that you would get at Vic's with the Tappa pattern. And this one, these are pink for Valentine's. They do ones for Halloween. They do ones for all sorts of occasions.
Chilled.
We believe in Vic's. I think their mission is great. I wish there were more Vic's in the States. They mostly are closing, and even their flagship joint is threatened because they got some SOB developer who thinks that the land is worth more than Vic's. Oh, well, screw you. I just need to win that Powerball and then like make an offer and say, yeah, I'd like to buy this and give Vic's a 1,000-year lease, and then you can all go away. But I recommend.
I like how opinionated Paul is.
I just called him as I see him. That's all. I recommend using very high quality liquors in here. And you're not going to use white rum in a Mai Tai because it's a pretty simple drink. It's not going to taste like too much. Use an aged rum. Doesn't have to be 50 years. I mean,
Trader Vic's werewolf mug. I didn't even see that one.
Werewolf mug. Oh, wow. Okay.
Ooh, tacos. That sounds good.
And, you know, Taco Tuesday is a great branding.
Oh, making a joke with the stars. Yeah. I get it.
Taco Tuesday is great branding, but you can have tacos anytime you like. You know? If you could retrieve the stopper, I will put this baby on ice to keep it cold, because pretty clearly we'll continue to have bubbly drinks.
I know.
For the duration, which is probably our usual duration. There we go. Thank you much. Here we go. Top with sombrero. Speaking of Taco Tuesday, place in ice. Let it hang.
That's not going to stay cold.
It's going to stay cold as much as.
But there's not enough ice in here.
I'm going to have to get more ice. I didn't have a chance. We're going to have to do it later.
We have to do it now because they won't stay cold.
It's the whole bottom of that is in there. It was in the freezer. What are we supposed to do?
I think we better put it somewhere else. How about out here? Is it cold out here?
Yeah, it's cold enough out there. It's kind of frozen. I forgot to warn you. I forgot to warn you to watch out by the gate because that all froze up again. Got very melty today, which is good. I like that part.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Oh, speaking of champagne, I'm going to show you.
Pepper tree. Oh, check this out.
Amy sent me this cute pillow.
Check this out.
I love it. Fun? I love it.
It
goes on the sofa.
Oh, look at that. I just want to.
I know.
There we go.
That's cute.
It's a lovely thing. And it's pink. Pink champagne.
It's pink, I know.
Pepper Tree is pointing out last year, found out the Trader Vic's fulfillment location is down the street from his office.
Oh, wow.
In Contra Costa. Picked a Trader Vic's bar mat in person. That's very cool. Great to go to the fulfillment place.
I'm glad I ate and have heat.
We heard something about that recently. Yes. Like you were banished from your place, like no facility.
As far as I know, there's still a Trader Vic's in London.
Yes.
I mean, there's still one in Emeryville.
There's still one. Emeryville is still there. London is still there, but I believe they're on the chopping block. Phooey. Whereas, like the ones that are still there in Rocking or Middle East, like Dubai.
I don't think it's on the chopping
UAE,
block.
I think, has 3 Trader Vic's. Am I wrong?
I think that it's endangered. My security fellow, exactly. I think it's endangered. I don't think it's. I haven't heard that it's closing.
Yeah, we have a request for if I could I please reopen Chicago? Oh, if I had that power.
Oh yeah,
I'm all over it, man. Because Chicago is a great location. I was never there, but I've seen pictures.
Oh,
Shy is an obvious place to have a Vic's. They were there for decades. Just like, I don't know, New York City, where they had a Vic's there from about 1958 onwards. You know, it was a great thing. It was at the Savoy, and then it was at the Plaza. And then, like, eventually it left the Plaza because the landlord decided that the place was tacky.
London's Trader Vic's closed? I didn't even know. I'm so out of it.
They have closed? They did close.
I am so out of it.
I heard that they were endangered, and, you know, they were a classic location. I think they'd been there.
Everything worthwhile is closing.
Everything worthwhile is closing. You know, what are we left with? We're left with things I don't want to talk about on the air.
Fewer reasons to leave the house. That's what we're left with.
Fewer reasons to leave the house. I mean, seriously. Man.
You're left with fewer reasons to leave the house.
Seriously, people. I want some Swizzles, so I'm going to get them.
Okay.
Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom.
I just have to check. Oh, okay.
That was not something to lean on.
That just happened over there. You okay?
I don't know. I reckon I will be.
Hold on.
Pick yourself up.
Wait, what are you after?
I'm here for swizzle sticks.
Oh,
And I
sorry,
put
we just
my
had a
knee on
just had a
the
moment.
armrest, which is not really an armrest. That was very,
oh.
very slick.
Trader Vic's London got kicked out of their hotel location. Oh,
man.
geez.
Son of a bitch.
We're losing. Yeah, we're losing our Joanne.
Yeah.
What was that? You don't want to know. Everything's okay, I think.
Oh, we'll be in pain, but that's okay. There we go. That's what I'm looking for.
Nothing broke. Nothing broken.
It still works.
Why don't you use the pink ones?
I was going for VL, but
Well, we have pink VL ones.
Where are they?
I'll get them.
No, where are they? I'm right in front of it.
I don't know. I have to
Okay.
look on the
I'll
bottom
look around.
shelf.
They must be here.
Bottom shelf. No, they're. I think they're all in their own little. Okay, good. We're
There
on
we
the
go.
same page.
There we go.
Okay. Oh, it spoke to you. I love it. Love Joanne's.
There
No,
we
we only have Michael's. I know.
Yeah.
We used to have all in the same plaza, Michael's, AC Moore, and Joanne. You're right.
Great.
It's down to Michael's. We're gonna have to buy our fabric online.
Unless Michaels decides to, make the difference. No, that still works.
Okay, good. Okay, good.
Oh, good.
He's back. He's coming back.
Not there yet. This is not an armrest. Sort of a lame excuse for a pillow.
Anyway,
Anywho. All I was doing is trying to
this
get some
is someone's
swizzles.
home bar last Friday. It's pretty impressive. Well, good. I know Michael's doesn't have fabric.
The Velveteen Lounge custom swizzles from several years back. There we go. Now it's
I
better.
know it is a big loss. Ugh. Sherry is concerned about thread options.
I
By
hear
the way,
ya.
Sherry's birthday's tomorrow, right?
We right?
Happy birthday.
Yeah. Happy
I
birthday
know.
to you. You know, it's a real drag because it's kind of like shoes. I know that there are all these joints to get shoes online, but you have to order 3 pairs to make sure they fit. Why can't you just go to the shoe store, try them on? These are good, and walk away with a pair of shoes. And also, if you have a good shoe store, they'd be like, well, here's some recommendations.
birthday,
We can actually
Sherry.
measure your foot properly. If you have any issues, they can counter for that. So, certain things you just need to be able to do it in person. If you're ordering, a new remote for the TV or something, you don't. Who cares?
I need one of those shoe measuring devices. Okay. I was thinking Sherry's worried about thread. I was thinking about zippers. I'm like, am I seriously going to have to go online and order
zippers, which you used to just be able to go and pick up at so many
or
places.
buttons? Like you kind of want to look.
You used to
at
be able to
them,
go into both Sears and Woolworth for such things. Woolworth. It's been a long time since those days. One misses such things.
I know. The only things I can buy online or that I like buying online for clothing are like a big sweater that I know that it's like, this is going to be big.
Yeah.
So
if it's bulky, who cares?
Whatever.
Make sure that you're in the ballpark. You'll be fine.
Hi, Eric. Or like leggings. Leggings. Things where it kind of fit is not.
It's not critical.
Critical.
Kind of thing. I just wanted to take a look back here. Key actually had a comment there. Need one of those shoe measuring devices. Interestingly, I just remember what the hell that's called. It's a Brannock device. Yeah, literally that aluminum shoe measuring thing. You put your heel in it. Boom, boom, boom. It's a classic thing. The design was from 1936 or something.
I know, and the thing is, Eric is saying it's hard to buy shoes online. They never fit right. People buy 3 sizes and then just send the other 2 back. It's like free returns. I don't do that.
Yeah.
I did it once.
Free returns, as we find out, generally means that the stuff you return ends up in the landfill, which is a fantastic waste. And honestly, that's the supply chain and how it works. So if you're really concerned about that, think about how that goes.
K Palace, wait. says, my daughter just had to buy Victorian Edwardian clothes for her job at a history site, and it's online. The job's online?
Or the clothes run. Yeah, I just want to
Wait,
clarify
what?
that. That's interesting.
What?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
All right. The shoe fitter. I know. I know. They don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
Like,
It's been a long time. There used to be such a thing. The person fitting your shoes would do a really great job.
yeah.
You would get shoes that worked really well. And it was this whole thing.
Are we doing Thursdays all this month? I'm not positive yet. I'm not positive. I will. There is something happening next week, but I don't know if I'm gonna go. So, Corvettes. I don't remember Corvettes, but what did I go into? Conran's. Another gone chain.
Yeah.
But
The classic gone chains that I remember, I was definitely in Conran's. That was sort of a Pier 1.
The cold metal through socks.
Yeah. They were sort of like a Pier 1 from the 60s. They had a lot of like decor. They had a lot of very functional things for pretty good prices. It was a place to go if you wanted like a glass bottle to like have as a water bottle on your table that was actually very decorative. That was what Conran's had. But they also had like teak furniture and stuff that was very quite expensive.
Oh, next
They were
week.
cool.
Yeah, there's a performance that I'm not involved in, and I probably should go, but I don't.
We'll see.
I probably would.
We'll see.
Rather go live. I don't know. I gotta figure this out. This class is only 2 more weeks that I'm in. Oh, Julie, yes, I miss in-store browsing, right?
Yeah.
You know what is? Oh, John saying Amazon gives us a pair of free shoes each year. Work shoes. Okay.
Work shoes. Are those like those tan work boots that we all used to wear when we were very young in elementary school?
I was gonna say, have you all seen the movie Dick? From the 90s.
Yeah.
It's from the 90s.
But 96, baby.
Yeah,
I'd have to look it up, but yeah.
90s.
If only I had a device that told me.
But Julie made me think of this because the department store in Dick is just pure eye candy for anyone who's into that era.
Very cool.
All the like the TV section and the clothes and everything. It's just like you could just pause on the department store scenes.
1999 is Dick. I know, funny sentence,
yeah, I
but
would
it's
have said
true.
it was earlier too.
It's true. Yeah, I was thinking about 96 or even earlier.
Oh, I remember Tom McCann.
Oh yeah, Don McCann, Sebago, that kind of thing. They did moccasins, I believe, and
Sebago was like boat shoes, right?
they did boat shoes. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
maybe that's it. Yeah, because I remember I used to wear boat shoes a lot, which was not great because I would just pound pavement with them, and they don't have a lot of support.
One job they gave us Doc Martens as work shoes. That's cool.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
In
Is
the
your
UK,
doc this?
yeah.
Yeah. Well, what was your work like? Traveling around in a white jumpsuit and terrorizing people?
Okay, well, next Thursday's Eric's birthday. Okay. All right.
Well, that would be pretty cool. We'll raise a glass to you right here on this stage.
Yes.
Right here on our stage. Okay. And Don's got a very white choice of shoes. Well, very cool. Yeah. I don't get that. Wow. But in the meantime, we are doing fine. And we had a mention of the New York area chain EJ Corvettes. Corvettes was not only known for having a wide selection of many things. They were kind of like a local Kmart, but apparently they had a huge record selection. Peter, you're going to like start salivating at this idea. Like they would get anything.
I bet Peter was there.
You could get anything at Corvettes. And I have heard from people who were there back in the 60s that Sam Goody back in the day had everything. Everything. They didn't have it, they would order it. You'd get it.
Well,
I mean, really, I want the 13th floor elevator second album. Yeah, they would get it for you. That's crazy. And those things are so long gone. But I was in a Corvettes once on the island, and I was impressed with the fact that their film equipment section had like editing stuff and viewers and splicing tape. And I was like, young filmmaker, college age. I was like, this is cool. It's kind of fun. So I'm glad I saw them when I did because they were gone a few years later.
There was
It's too bad.
still Woolworth when I moved to the city.
Mm.
There was still the one on 34th
Yes.
Street, and there was one down in the village.
And there was one uptown west side because it was near my office.
I was never at that one.
And I remember, like, I would go there for
Oh,
lunch.
Kinney's Shoes. I remember Kinney's Shoes.
Great American Shoe Store.
I have a funny story. I don't know if my mom's watching, but I don't know if she remembers this. But I remember one time when I was a kid, I had flat feet and I didn't get to wear cute shoes. I had to wear ugly, like, corrective shoes. And all I wanted was Mary Jane's, or as I called them back then, buckle shoes. All I wanted was buckle shoes.
Yeah.
And I remember one time like having a tantrum and Stride Right and going, Stride Right has ugly shoes. And she was so mad at me.
You know, she's still mad at you. Ah!
Stride Right has ugly shoes.
Hilarious.
I had to, it was sort of my Dawn Davenport moment.
We're talking female trouble, of course, which is highly recommended.
It was my Dawn Davenport.
Orthopedic Oxfords. I remember having a pair of
I
Oxfords.
said cha-cha heels.
When I was about 5 years old, I had a pair of Oxfords, which I was wearing. Those were my nice shoes, you know?
Oh, Gettysburg. My grandmother swore by McCrory's and Woolworth. Oh, we
Woolworth.
always knew our Christmas gifts would always be from one of those two stores. I love it.
You know, Woolworth back in the day was a hell of a lot like Sears in that they were really striving to have a huge, huge variety of stuff. But I think, like, unlike Sears, they were trying to like really discount. So it was the classic 5 and dime. A lot of stuff was a dime back in the 20s. But like they were around for a very long time, being very well stocked. In the same period where Sears still had their catalog and they had like you could order anything from there. I don't think by the 70s you could order a house anymore, but what did you want? I mean, there was just a ton of stuff. They had the appliances.
Love a cute Mary Jane shoe. I know, and they're in now. Mary Janes are apparently of the moment again.
Well, Mary Janes are classics.
Again, yes.
Just like Oxfords are classics.
They're hot.
I'm actually very comfortable in a suit wearing Oxfords. I have had wingtips. They're really slick shoes. I like them. But I think the Oxfords are kind of like the way to go. They also like to have like that big lip on the front there, which takes polish, and they look real slick. So that's good.
Gonna get some Mary Janes for your birthday. It's funny, my tap shoes are Mary Janes.
Interesting. She already got them.
Yeah, I mean, I got them early in the year because I've been taking tap classes. But but my tap shoes are Mary Janes.
Did you get a pair of shoes last year when you were headed to a gig and we stopped by Capezio?
Those were character shoes.
The character shoes.
Yes, but I did get those too.
We were stuck in this massive jam on Route 17 and she's just like, she was just like really unhappy.
Janes.
And I was like, why don't we just like sod this and then go find those shoes? Because there was a Capezio in Wayne, New Jersey. So we found it and we were there like half an hour before they closed. They made another sale.
Yeah, Buster Brown's.
Oh yeah. I remember Buster
Platform
Brown's.
Mary Jane's patent leather. I love it.
What?
Yes, apparently they're
SM.
in. Like when you go through Macy's shoe section, which is just kind of like my zen. Like I need to get out of the crowds and I just go to the Macy's shoe section, which is always still really crowded. But all the designers, like I'm talking like Gucci, like all of them like have Mary Jane's this year. It's a thing.
Macy's flagship store, right there like on Herald Square. This is kind of the classic massive block-long department store with about 8 different levels. Is still very shoppable. I mean, I do that around Christmas because they have stuff.
American Duchess.
The parent company has gone bankrupt a number of times. They keep going. I'm glad that they keep going because you just got to be able to go into a place and buy a pair of shoes. Jeez.
I know. I feel like well-made shoes are not usually cheap. I'm good at finding Kitten Heel is back. Yeah.
Oh, hello.
I'm good at finding deals at Macy's
because they move merchandise like
they move it to Macy's Last Act. Do we have any other fans of Macy's Last Act?
I think we probably
that's where
do
they
right
put the stuff they're blowing out. I got a like $300+ handbag for like $70, and I got You got some $300 boots for like 90.
Believe
You
you
just
got
have to go to Macy's last
you've got a
act.
jacket there. You've gotten shoes there multiple times. You've gotten handbags. Yeah, you did very well there. Oh wow, wide feet. Yeah, this is the thing. If you have non-standard feet, it's just like, well, okay, I guess that's your problem. And you have to actually find a specialty place that will deal with that.
And now I feel like there's much more leeway in what you can wear for footwear.
Yeah.
You can like buy like $2,000 Valentino sneakers and be like, I meant that, you know.
Totally not that, dude.
I mean,
Nice.
not that you would buy $2,000 sneakers, but I'm just saying that like they make them, and what are they going to say? You can't wear those. It's like, these are Valentino. Of course I can wear them.
Of course I can wear them. They're
Yeah,
Valentino.
anyway.
Jeez. The Jimmy Choos, of course I can wear them.
I
Jeez.
don't think Jimmy makes sneakers. I could be wrong.
Should.
I don't
Should.
think Jimmy makes sneakers.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm just kidding. So I'm just saying, when I'm thinking specialty wear, all I can think of is Rodney Dangerfield. Are you tall? Are you fat? We can fit you, you know? Tall and fat stores.
I love Rodney
Hilarious.
Dangerfield.
But this is the thing. People who are not standard sizes, they have problems with these things. And I think of you see the vintage dresses, which are like absolutely perfect except for one dimension. And you're like, oh man, what the hell were people thinking? They were thinking that women were shaped differently in a certain period of time. And I'm like, well, perhaps that is true. And perhaps that is true for a lot of women in that period of time 50 years ago. But damn it, that dress was cute, you know? Is the kicker. In the meantime, I am of average height and I have a fairly slender build. So all of my friends who are larger gentlemen will order shirts online that say large, and it's just like BS. This thing is totally tight on them. And they're like, I can't wear this. And they're like, hey, Paul, will this fit you? And I'm like, yeah, it fits like a glove. And they're like, I hate you, man. Like,
$2,000 shoes. Do they finance? I saw those in Saks. That's another place I go to. Like, I have time to kill. I will just ride the escalator up and down at Saks Fifth Avenue.
I don't have that money in my pocket.
And they had these
Saks is fun.
Bejeweled hot pink sneakers. So of course I was like homing in on it because
those are practical.
I like pink.
Does she? You know,
my winter coat is pink.
I wear pink.
I was wearing I was like in all pink today. Like I unashamedly like pink.
That pink coat gets a lot of attention.
I know.
Because it's a really great coat.
So anyway, I see these bedazzled pink sneakers. I'm like, $2,000. Holy shit. I mean, holy crap.
What I mean is, getting thrown off of YouTube.
Holy crap. Yeah.
Whatever. We're on two platforms.
I didn't buy them. The only thing I've ever bought in Saks Fifth Avenue was a lipstick. I love pink.
Oh yeah, pink. It's not even Wednesday.
Suze. Oh,
hey, Suze.
Love you back, Suze. You're the best.
Thank
you.
We have seen Suze in a number of
pink, and it's not
situations.
even Wednesday.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. $2,000 for shoes.
I actually
hat sizes. Oh, interesting. I've never bought vintage hats. I've inherited vintage hats. I have not purchased them.
Hat sizes are interesting
they better
because
walk for me.
back in the day when men in particular wore a lot of hats, hat sizes were like 5, 5.25, 5.5. It was very like destined towards. Today you buy a hat and it's like SML. Is that going to fit?
Kay Palace is asking, was the lipstick pink? It was actually, the color was called Merlot.
Oh, which I guess is a little more red.
It was yeah, it was a dark deep red.
A deep red. I'm thinking if you want pink, you would.
But they're Swarovski crystals. I'm like,
yeah, but they're Swarovski.
Probably cost more than my car is now worth. But
yeah, seriously, luxury goods. I have never actually partaken of luxury goods.
Needless to say, I did not buy them. But
I think it's a lot of fun to contemplate. And look at the price tags and you go, that's good.
By the time I got back to Capezio to buy tap shoes, they didn't have the hot pink sparkly ones anymore.
You know, all good things must leave. I'm
Well,
thinking,
they only have them in like size 5, and I'm like, well, I don't wear.
right,
a size
I'm not going to
5,
do that
so.
anyway. Yeah, I hear that. And I think about like shoes. I need 2 categories of shoes: things which actually look fun and good, and will not. What's that? Huh? And will not take a beating. And shoes which look like you could go through a war with them and do take a beating, because the latter category is what you need to walk on the streets in the big city. And that probably holds for Chicago, in Los Angeles, and all that sort of thing. What do you need? Something with huge soles that look like combat boots. Oh yeah, Doc Martens. That's why I wear my Doc Martens into the city. They'll take a beating. They're actually pretty comfortable. I did put insoles in them because I really pound the pavement with these things.
Sparkly. I'll get.
But they're good.
When
Yeah,
I
they're
see
good.
sparkly tap shoes again, I'll buy them. I've been going to the same tap class every week, and my instructor has cool shoes. His shoes are
Got the cool shoes.
they're the I want to say like the saddle Oxford style, but like
Mhm.
instead of the Oxford part instead of being black and white, they're kind of tan and aqua.
Oh wow,
So that's cool.
That's a fun variation.
And then I got to
That sounds very loopy.
I got on a first name basis with a gal in the class ahead of mine who's more advanced. She has these like red patent leather tap shoes. I was like, yeah, I'll wear my little Mary Janes. But
My
yeah,
little Mary Janes. But you know,
you got to get every last drop. I do. It's good to the last drop.
You know what I always say? Why waste?
Yeah, half the year I can't wear nice shoes because of salt. Exactly. I know. Like I'm going into this fancy restaurant tomorrow, and will probably be wearing boots.
I'll be wearing my Oxfords. Those are the ones.
In my heart, I'll be wearing pink kitten heels. And in my reality, I'll be wearing boots.
If you want to carry the heels with you, you can put them on when you enter the
No.
establishment. But that's what you have to do. It's not like you're walking New York streets with 4-inch heels.
No.
The hell, they're not made
I'm
for
not
that.
going to do that.
Come on.
Because
there's too many places where you could trip and fall and break your face.
I still have cute
Seriously.
boots. I still have cute boots.
You don't want that.
2, I'm kidding.
And 2,
I have cute boots. And 2, I don't want to carry a big bag.
It's among the things you don't need to carry is another pair of shoes.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, I hear you. This
I want a
is
French
the killer.
75. I wonder if those bubbles are still cold.
They're out there? They're cold. I was
want
out there before. It was cold, and that was hours ago.
I want one of this.
This.
Oh, my brain is so
If you're through
fried.
the bubbles, I will get some glasses cold.
All right. Pink drink. I think it will be pink because
Yeah.
once we add the lemon to
citrus,
this, it will be pink.
pink, and I haven't used the lemon at
Yes.
all. Hello.
All right.
Get these guys chilling.
Move this over here so nothing happens to it.
Mhm.
Get my bubbles
I'm still on camera.
out.
Hey, folks. Here we are again.
I
Boom,
feel
boom,
like
boom,
we
boom.
eat chocolate too.
We have chocolate. Luckily, there we go. Actually, we have a variety of chocolate, which is nice. I had actually bought some M&Ms, the holiday ones right after Christmas, and they were super cheap. And I just restocked the vending machine, and they're doing great. So I'm like, yeah, I like a good price on such things. Yeah.
So I was gonna say we opened that chocolate orange recently.
Oh, you did. You mentioned some chocolate orange?
Maybe.
Okay.
Better not be a crash off screen. No, we already did that.
Done it. That was me. I fell off the sofa. I can admit it. Yeah, because I put my knee on the arm, and the arm is not an arm. It's sort of like a pillow that flops over, and it's like, nope, right out of there. Luckily, I had a really huge speaker to my right, and it's like cushion the fall. Did fine.
I'm glad you're okay.
I will hurt tomorrow, and I'll be like, oh, that was what that was.
We'll have to get you some anesthesia.
If only I had some anesthesia. Oh yeah, there we go. But yes. So anyway,
So anyway,
folks. So you want to do ye old 75? Well, you need.
it's not going to be a
I don't need this
genuine
anymore.
French 75. So I'm going to add Grand Marnier.
Well, what's wrong with that in a 75?
Well, they usually use simple syrup, don't they?
I've always used the orange stuff.
I'm going to use the orange
Yeah.
stuff.
There you go. Yeah.
Did we run out of it?
The Marnier is there, and you probably have enough for a drink. And if you do not, we have a complete new
Yeah,
bottle.
I know we have a new one.
Peter will be happy for that whole concept.
Peter, you got to come over. Have some
Hey, Peter,
Marnier.
drink some Marnier, man.
Except more painkillers. There we go. I know, right? He needs anesthesia.
Yeah, that's the kicker. Still enjoying this glass.
You're
I
gonna
would
be falling
refill
off of
it.
things.
I don't like to fall off things, particularly the roof. In fact, I was up on the roof recently because I was scoping out where to put up an antenna and put
You
up
didn't tell me that.
an FM antenna. You knew I was up there. I told you.
He did not tell me.
Oh, well.
Oh yeah, Peter, come on down. Da, da, da,
Bump.
da,
Hey, so-
da, 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 da,
Peter, come on
da,
down.
da, 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 da,
Peter, what's it going to be?
da,
Door number 1, door number 2,
da,
or door number
da,
3?
da, da.
I'll take door number 3, Pat, you know. Oh, you're a big loser. Sorry, Pete. Ah, geez. You know, no. I hate that
Oh.
concept.
He did get yes, he got a roof antenna. I did not know he was on the roof.
Yeah.
I always say, please don't go up on the roof unless I'm here to spot
But
you.
it was at Christmas time. I was specking out where to put it. That's what
Well,
I'm
you
talking
were
about.
putting Santa on the roof too.
Well, yeah.
Okay, that's different. I knew
Well, yeah.
about that.
You knew about that. That's what I'm saying. But I had to see where to put the antenna, which is at the peak of the roof. Yeah, we actually, she got me an antenna for Christmas.
I did.
And,
I got
you
him
know,
an
yeah,
antenna
I'm
for
the guy who's
Christmas.
actually going to put an antenna on the roof so I can get FM. You know what? It's going to work great.
Okay. We need glasses.
I got glasses getting chilled. But you need to assemble in glass, don't you?
I ordinarily would.
All right, then I need you to get you a glass. Ping.
Okay.
And since I'd like one too,
Okay. We're just making the same drinks tonight,
that's fine.
which is good. No, that's great.
Here we go.
I
Zoop.
didn't want you to dive into the concrete abyss. That's correct. I did not.
No, I'm not about to do that. I'm not even about to dive into my lawn, which is hard enough. Man,
See, Kelly cares about you.
of course he does. I don't go like on
Who
these.
wouldn't care about me?
Well,
Wait, what?
yeah, you know,
Oh, here we go.
I do
I'm
not
gonna
do these things
do-
lightly. I will note that this is not the steep roof that's like sort of like that, which I've been up on and it's
Thank
terrifying.
God.
But it's actually the one over the tiki room, which is more like that.
But
And
didn't he make it sound like he had just been up on the roof for no other purpose than?
well, perhaps I may have spoken in haste. And the fact is, I'm going to have to be up there again soon because I finally have all the parts to do this properly. I've got the cable, I've got the weather boot, I've got the terminations, I've got the things to tack the cable to the roof. I've got the grounding block so I can put this thing into the actual ground rod, which is in the earth. All these things you got to do. I got to tell you, it's not a simple thing. Back in the day,
Apparently
you would have to
not.
aim your antenna properly and make it work. I actually tried it out. had it in here. I assembled it
Safety
and I was
trampoline.
checking it, and the direction matters. So yeah, I just want to receive FMU, VKR, KCR, and FUV. Just 4 stations, area stations. That's all. Simple.
Incorrect. There's not enough air for a drink.
If
But I'll go get the other one.
the other one's right there. Yes, if I can manage to grab
was
BGO2,
tricky.
that would
Okay.
be awesome. But they're coming from Newark, I think, so that's the other direction. Might be difficult. We'll have to
Oh,
see.
Don bought a roof antenna. Oh. So I made- on a bamboo pole.
Oh, good grief.
I love that.
Well, Don, does it work? Because you don't need to stick it on the roof if it works inside your house. Although you will have this full-size antenna inside your
Stick an
house, which
antenna
is what it
turner on
is.
the roof. Okay.
Generally speaking,
bring
if you
over
can
the
get the
other?
thing like it's over there on the bottom shelf.
Oh yeah, I thought you
believe.
said you brought it over.
No, I brought over this one. You don't need to put an antenna on the roof if it works inside, but of course you'd have a huge antenna inside. If you can get it inside, like on the top of your roof, that's probably the best. It's not necessary to get this thing like 200 feet above the ground. That doesn't always help. There's kind of an optimum place for such things. And if you're thinking to yourself, well, I'm kind of interested in this, go to channelmaster.com and they'll have a little finder that will tell you what you're supposed to receive.
That's where
If
I
you can
ordered his
plug-
antenna.
Yeah. If you can plug in some of the specs on that, then you'll be able to tell what's going to happen when you put that on the roof, which is good because I asked them, what am I going to receive for TV if I put up a TV antenna? And it was like some lame ass stuff. So I said, oh, forget that. I always figured if I'm going to bother getting on the roof, put up something that'll get TV too, and we're not getting it from New York City. So I would be glad to watch SNL live on Saturday from the broadcast tower at World Trade. But you know what? I'd have to open up a huge device to make that work.
Well,
and right now that's outside the budget, but I can see doing it in future. Sure.
The good news is we can just watch SNL
a day later. Just watch it on Peacock.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
Yeah, that's what these things are for. I still believe in picking up things off the air when they're being broadcast. So I still listen to radio off the air. And my reception is usually pretty terrible. So I'd really like to improve that. And thus this whole business with antennas.
I'm going to get some. Wait, was this lemon or lime? Not that it really matters. But...
That was lemon.
Okay.
That was lemon.
Got it. Okay. I'm going to make this pinker. And pinken this drink.
And pinkening. I like pinkening myself.
Okay.
Errol wants the rotating antenna. Channel Master will sell you a rotator and will sell an amplifier. And where you are, I think that would really benefit you because of the space between broadcast and your location. And I think the fact that it would make it look like you're monitoring people is hilarious. And I demand that you do it.
Monitor. Wait, what? What?
Errol's talking about he wants to rotate an antenna so people think that I'm using radar. I'm like, yes, please make people paranoid. They deserve to be so.
Oh, there used to be someone nearby us whose Wi-Fi was called FBI surveillance van. I thought that was funny.
Funny guy. Very funny guy. Yeah. Errol knows that one of their submarines is missing. Truth.
What?
Truth. One of our submarines. Don is noting that he would put his antenna in the attic, but he's lazy. I'm like, oh, you'll get there. You'll get there. Whatever. When you don't get that one station that you want to receive.
I like the Gilligan's Island idea. That's hilarious.
Well, it's just a bamboo pole, you see. We have a bamboo pole.
All right. It will melt your brain. I'll stop with you and melt your brain.
Much better, thank you. Much better, thank you. I think I will find me some ice, of which we have a few or so. That's good. Yeah. I just want this a little colder, and we're happier.
I know. I'll take a chip.
If you find a chip.
I don't believe in putting ice in my bubbles.
I
wouldn't mind having it be a little colder too.
It's going to melt slowly.
Because they didn't have any chilled. Well, they had weird chilled bubbles.
Weird.
Oh, good night, Peter. Happy Valentine's Day.
Enjoy it, please.
Come over. Have Grand Marnier.
Yeah, we'll talk to you. But definitely, we'll talk.
We'll see talk.
We'll see you. It's going to be good.
I got to write this recipe down.
Take your time. Do that sort of thing. I will talk to our patrons. I was just on the thread talking about reception. You know, back in the day, you would really have to go to some lengths to do such things. And when my mother bought a house in Rhode Island and we moved there, I think I recall there must have been a roof antenna, but she actually installed a new one because I think there was a problem with it. And I remember her saying that the guy who installed it said, well, I aimed this at the Boston station, so you're good. And we always did get great reception from WGBH, which Amy, I'm sure, is familiar with, who had a lot of original programming. This is where Zoom came from. So it was really great to have a good sight line on those stations and grab them. It's not that far as the crow flies. And of course, you got the Providence stations like a charm, which is perfect. I was always trying to DX things and find like some really weird station from like, what am I thinking here?
All right.
I'm trying to think of like somewhere on the Cape, or there was channel 44, which I think was Worcester.
Oh, thanks,
and
Mom.
they always had fun programming because it was a UHF station. Oh, yay! There you go.
Thank you.
Hello.
Yes, happy Valentine's
Happy V.
to everyone.
But definitely. But I like the idea of like aiming it, and I remember.
Oh, Sherry, hi, and happy birthday!
Hi, Sherry.
Yes.
So good to see you.
Cheers, my birthday buddy.
Mm-hmm. Definitely, it's always good to know who is your buddy with these things.
There was a little girl. Well, little, she was like 30 in my class today.
No, she was 30. She's
His
a day.
boyfriend's birthday is tomorrow too.
Oh, hello. Very good. Very good. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you could write to Zoom. Right to Zoom. There was Zoom, News and Review. I'm trying to think of local programming. Mr. Rogers from Pittsburgh, of course. Boom, boom, boom.
69. Oh my gosh, that's wonderful.
Blessed. There you go. It's good. It's good to know that. It's good to still like be doing these things.
Yeah.
Still walking around. That's awesome.
Still doing stuff.
Still doing stuff. We know you. We know it's good. It's good. But yeah, I remember back in the day when you really had to aim at things to get channels, and it was like that one station that was broadcasting Twilight Zone or something. It's like, oh wow, that was cool. It was hard to get things. And then when cable TV became a thing, you had a ton of options. And it was like, oh wow, there's all this stuff,
Thank
you know.
Don.
But-
People are talking about receiving stuff from Canada.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Oh
Lake Ontario, from across Lake Ontario, and yeah.
yeah, because like where you are, you're if you aimed it right, you could get that kind of thing.
No apps back in the day to aim. Oh, I know. When people, yeah, just stay like that. Just don't move.
It's
Don't move.
It's you know, there's always this idea that you have a pair of rabbit ears with a coat hanger on the end of it, and I'm like, that's cute and it's a good piece of TV, but it's a terrible antenna. You know, don't do that. Put some on the roof. So my mother, when she switched to cable, we didn't need the roof antenna anymore. But then I remember picking up a really great receiver, a Fisher with vacuum tubes in
Oh,
it.
Sivs, thank you.
Hey, Sibs.
And hello.
Oh yes, so good to see you.
Thank you.
And I remember like saying to myself, hey, the roof antenna still works, doesn't it? So I found the cable, hooked it up, punched a hole in the floor, put it up into like, you know, my room. And suddenly I was getting WGBH. No, not GBH. GBH is the TV station. What was the radio station? Hey, Amy, what was the big station
64K
back in the 80s, 70s and 80s from Boston? Oh, I'm totally spacing it. They were good. And suddenly I got
Amy will
them.
know.
And I remember listening to one program that was really cool. And I was like, I'm really glad to actually receive this now. The BCN. BCN, which in many ways was sort of like a good prototype for WKRP, although BCN was a big FM station. KRP was a little AM station. But BCN had great programming back in the day. In the 80s, they were still good. And I remember suddenly picking them up. I never could get them in high school. And then suddenly I had a roof antenna. I could. That was cool. DXing.
Your new host of Kabuki Theater. Wait. Oh, WBCN. Amy's saying yes.
She's right on.
I knew Amy would have that, like, right. Yeah.
I remember like listening to them, and suddenly I was picking up this show called Back to the Future, and they were playing all these album cuts from all of this old stuff, and it was really cool. I really liked the program.
Errol, exactly. I'm like, he'll move, like he has this little antenna. I'll move, and I'll be like, okay, perfect. Just stay like that.
Do I have to keep doing this? Yes.
Yeah. If you want to hear this, you do.
My arm really hurts. Yeah, shut up. You know, that kind of thing.
Do you want to hear it or not?
Put it on the roof, you know. Get it above your house. It'll make a big difference.
We need the ice to be off the roof before you.
I'm not stepping on that sucker until the sleet is gone. It's going to be a month or so. I don't know. Today, the temperature was at about mid 40s. It was much better. But I'm like, I'm not getting up there. No.
I think I'm going to have to cancel out of my gig on Sunday.
Son of a.
I know. My gig last weekend got canceled because of weather.
Yeah.
And I think I'm going to have to cancel out of my gig on Sunday because
Son
of
of a-
weather.
I'm not going to say it. Do you want to say it?
What?
Bitch. Son of a
Yeah,
bitch. Oh,
I
I
know.
hate that. Because you're totally equipped to do these gigs. It's like balloons and face painting. Man, you're like nailing it. So if you can't do it, it's like, ugh, hate that. It's like, you know, this is
As someone said
part
to
of the
me
income right now.
yesterday, in truer words were never spoken. This year has been brutal for weather.
It's been pretty harsh so far. Yeah.
I mean, today it had mostly stopped raining when I left. But yeah, like still
Still crummy.
crummy.
Still crummy. Still crummy.
Still crummy.
Let's see. WMBR from MIT is Back to the Future. Oh man!
Oh my gosh!
I've never been able to tune an MIT radio.
You're about to
I'm
score.
about to though. I'm about
Oh.
to. Yeah, seriously. And I was talking about Pittsburgh radio WIDD.
Where are the flying cars when you need them? I know,
seriously.
right? No kidding. A law of physics where balloon animals can't be made in a snowstorm. It's more like I can't get my tuchus there
to the venue
snowstorm because it's like 2 hours from here.
It's always south of us by 2.5 hours in the bowels of New Jersey. Although the one last week was in Newburgh, 30 minutes away.
Fine. They canceled. I didn't cancel. I was like, I would have been there and back before the snow started, but they canceled their party.
Hey, you know what?
This
week, if you cancel, you cancel. If it's for safety, I cannot argue with that. But it's a pain in the tuchus. It's a real pain because that was close. We never get a gig that close. That's awesome. We're always driving for hours.
Atmospheric river today. 3 small earthquakes not far from us. What?
Whoa. Okay.
Oh my God.
Whoa. Okay. Yeah. I've actually been doing a fair amount of internet radio until I can.
I'd rather have all snow. I know. That's the thing. Gettysburg me out. Like that's what you're saying. Like, I don't want to drive to New Jersey in horrible weather, even though I'm not going to make money. Like, I would rather be alive and not total my car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So goodbye gig. That's
it's crazy times for sure, Sherry. That's not okay.
Rad rum. Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, exactly.
That too.
That too. Time to buy a lottery ticket. I know.
Do it. And I'm not going to say I'm not going to say like count me in because I didn't do anything. But when you do, remember me, and I'd appreciate it.
I was telling our friend who books us on these gigs, I'm like, yeah, I don't want to die. And she said, I don't want you to die either. I appreciate that. I appreciate you not wanting me to die.
I was saying I've been tuning in a fair number of shows from our local stations.
Live is good.
On the internet.
Exactly.
And they do broadcast internet. Obviously, WFMU broadcasts worldwide, and people are listening to that from Holland and South Africa and like Kazakhstan, all over the place. It's astonishing. They really have a great programming. But also, WVKR does, and KCR does, and KCR still has excellent jazz and classical programming. And I really want to receive them off the air with our, big receiver here, which would be fun. But then I'm talking MIT. I can't get MIT off of an antenna for hell or high water.
I don't live forever. Drink all the rum.
I'm interested to grab them off the internet, and I'd be happy to do that.
WCBE. Okay.
Oh, excellent. Right. Excellent. I'm so happy to hear about good stations because look, programming's programming. I can't just slap on everything, and I don't want to just let the robot do it for me. Obviously, if I just let the streamer choose everything, interesting things happen. But I think I really like when somebody is programming the material and saying, I wanted to play this list because there's something personalized about that.
I do like the Sheena's Jungle Room stream.
The stream actually turns up pretty good stuff. Yeah.
Yes.
I know it's on
MIT streams. Okay. Yeah.
Good. They all do these days, and you got to do it.
I should give you credit.
Oh, what did I do?
Paul made me a birthday playlist.
Oh, I did. Yes, I did.
So good. He already sent it to me. He's like, you might want to listen to this on the train.
You might want to see if you got a new playlist.
Every year he makes me a new playlist. It's so good.
I find stuff.
This year's is particularly pithy.
It is that way. It has pith.
It has pith.
It has been a year. Well, it's been more than a year, but yes, you know what I mean.
It's been a month and a half.
I looked for songs that would really reflect that, and I found them. Yes. I found that Grace Jones song, I think, is your new theme. That's just like we got on a Grace Jones kick because of Oh Mary when they were playing it over the PA. And I was like, man, yeah, what about this? I'm checking out some early Grace Jones. I'm like, this is great. She's awesome.
Yes, when you the pre-show music at Oh Mary, one of the songs is Grace Jones doing Tomorrow from Annie.
It's a disco version because it's like one of her first albums. I think it's her first or second album, when she was just like a straight up disco artist. But then she diverged.
Backstreet Boys are coming to Vegas. What?
Awesome.
I love Pull Up to the Bumper, baby.
And your big black limousine.
Yep, yep.
I love Pull Up
I
to the
love
Bumper
Grace Jones.
because it's the only song out there about parking. I love
Parking.
that. Hilarious. Good say. Yeah, Pull Up to the Bumper is great. She does an excellent version of Nightclubbing, Iggy Pop song.
Oh,
Wow, that's so good.
Don, that's amazing. WCBE is
Public?
public radio
Local.
with lots of local music programming. I love it.
That's so cool.
I love it.
You know the DJ. We actually are acquainted with a couple of DJs off of our local, which is
Well, we
Jersey
know a
City.
gazillion DJs.
We know, well, who broadcast on the air, we know a few, but who DJs who do live sets, we know a bunch. A lot of. And I
Yeah.
appreciate somebody who can curate a list from things that
Yes.
has been picked out by tooth and nail. And I like what you turn up with. You know, that's the thing. Did you come up with something that's like, this is my unique thing? That was a thing back in the day. People would have to, I put together a playlist on cassette, you know? It's like, I made a mixtape, you know? And that took a lot of work.
Mixtape.
That took a lot of work.
Oh. Here's saying, I saw this recent concert of Grace Jones where she ended singing Slave to the Rhythm, working a hula hoop the entire song. I love
man.
it.
That woman has abs. Seriously.
Yes.
And of course, like she's like this extremely singular person. She's about 6'1" and like, whoa.
Is she? I didn't know how
She's
tall she is.
Very.
Is she tall?
She actually started out as a model, and she's very slender and like very.
Okay.
Seriously.
I knew she was a model, but
Yeah, really stunning person. So
Grace Jones in her prime looks like she could kick anyone's butt. Yes. Yes.
and wasn't
exactly.
she like one of the villains in a Bond film around 1984?
Yes,
Was she in
she
View to
was in
Kill?
a Bond film.
And she in View to
I
Kill?
don't remember which
I
one,
think so,
but she
yeah.
was. Yeah.
Yeah, she looks like she can kick your. Yes.
Yeah. She should.
Amazing, but good. But she is one of those artists I didn't really know anything about for a long time, and then one of my friends had a tape of the Nightclubbing album, and I was like,
She was
"This
in
is cool."
Conan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh wow, yeah. Times noting, amazing. Yeah, should be good. I think we only own one or two things, but definite props up there for the Nightclubbing album, and the album that has the song that I actually got for you that's good. That's really good. So
I need to hear
yeah.
the whole album.
I'm catching up. I'm catching up to a lot of things.
Her Little Drummer Boy on Pee-wee's Christmas special. I
Oh,
did
wow.
not see that.
Hello.
But I will be seeing that very soon.
You're
because
singing-
I'm like, what?
You're singing my song with like versions of Little Drummer Boy. I look, I do a Christmas collection every year. Did you get it this last season? Some of you did. And we put it up online.
Get
You
on
can
the
download it,
list.
throw it into your jukebox software, enjoy it, play it, enjoy it. I know that Eric here got it, Dime got it, and Eric got it, and Lisa got it, and
Amy probably got it.
Amy, I think I distinctly sent it to her because I was like, check your junk mail, because I send this to a mass list and it ends up in spam. But she looked and she found it. So good. So like, if you didn't get it, make sure that I have your email because that's how I send it.
Was it the Bond movie that had the Duran Duran theme?
I think so.
With Grace Jones.
I
Okay.
think it's View to a Kill. Am I wrong? Hey, is Christy watching? Does View to a Kill have Grace Jones? I mean, we know who the theme song is, of course. Yeah. Amy got it. Yeah. But like I find all sorts of crazy Christmas stuff. And
I'm going to go get the bubbles.
Please, of course. Because the Christmas season is about so many things, and we're just barely past it here, although we're already at the big day with the hearts on it, as evidenced behind me with this sort of thing.
Oh, I think Christy is watching.
Christy's noting. Christy says yes. There we go. She could just drop that in the comments. Diamond's saying definitely View to a Kill.
Hi, Christy.
And we dance into
right.
the fire.
Ugh.
Fatal kiss is all we need.
This week has been...
Isn't there?
I'm just going to interject and say this has been a week and a half of a week. And I'm so happy to be here with you all. And I'm happy that
We're still standing.
I'm just working and not working tomorrow is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, because you've been working the rest of the week.
I don't have any
I've been
auditions
doing
due.
Yeah.
I don't. If I go to if I check my messages tonight and there's an audition for tomorrow, I think I might cry. but that won't happen
because you
because according to
SAG, not yet because
you
I'm
don't
not doing
want it?
this.
Okay.
But yes, well,
according to
when
SAG,
it's
they
time,
can't
I
do
will
that
tell you.
anymore.
They shouldn't.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, Amy loves Weird Christmas music. Well, I got a million of them, and I will keep coming. We have so many things that I don't know what I'm doing next year until I listen to it, and then I'll say, "Oh yeah, I've won that for years," and away we go. Obviously, we own some very traditional stuff. You know, the Andy Williams, the Perry Como, the Enoch Light, that kind of stuff. Of course.
Eric says, "I'm escaping from a roommate I wish didn't exist."
Oh man. Oh, that sounds hard.
Yeah, no. Roommates are no joke.
Good luck, my friend.
Roommates are no joke.
I've had roommates in my time. I got pretty lucky, but at the end of the day, my best roommate.
Who's your best roommate?
All I said was,
were we roommates, though? I'm just saying.
Well, we coexisted in the same room.
We did, but I don't feel like we were roommates.
Well, not in that sense, no. But you know, if you're in a room with somebody,
my favorite roommate. Well, I don't know. I never know who is watching these things. My favorite roommate moved back to Ohio and is living in the Cincinnati area.
That's right.
And I also had a great former roommate who moved to Chicago.
That's right.
I also have a former roommate who lives in LA. I feel like all of my old roommates left New York.
Bye.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you stayed and you're actually hitting the pavement, baby.
One moved back to Milwaukee.
Mm-hmm.
One I totally lost track of. But yeah.
They're all over the
roommates
place.
Are no joke.
The city was gone. Got that rhythm going in my head.
Yeah,
so good.
I feel like I'm thinking of all of my old roommates, and I'm like, am I the only one who's still in New York?
I'm thinking myself, and I'm like, yeah, you know who is who is actually not in New York anymore, but didn't go far, was your old employer, who was just somewhere in, I think, Newark. I think that office moved to. What a great place to move to.
Which old employer?
Oh, I'm thinking of the collection.
He lived in He lived in New Jersey, but then you saw him get off the train in Suffern.
No, Hoboken.
No, you saw him get off the train in Suffern.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, maybe he did move. Anyway, but I thought that the whole collection moved to somewhere around Newark.
It did.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Lisa said if we split up, she's coming over for conjugal visits. And I'm saying, was your roommate Chrissy Hind? I know. No. You make little dolls of your old roommates that you didn't care for. Most of my roommates were great.
And I have a straight pin for each one of them.
Most of my roommates were great. I do not hate any of my former roommates. Yeah, a couple. The ones that fascinate me are the ones who didn't last more than like a month or so. It's like, what happened to those people? Yeah, they were just like in and out.
There are people who would encounter, the vast New York City, and after like very little time, we were like, I don't know, and then like, they were gone.
Well, there was okay.
Yeah.
Before I moved to New York, when I still lived in California, my school did not have housing, but they would kind of like try to connect you with housing, and
which
so
is
they
to
had
say some apartment in the bowels of Brooklyn.
So I was going to say. So that encompassed a bulletin board, which was a literal physical bulletin board because
Piece of cork.
we did not
into
have
which you would
online
stick
bulletin boards
pins.
then. So
Right.
you would call them and be like, "Hi, I'm coming to join your class in September. I need a place to live." And so someone would get up off their duff and go look at the bulletin board and be like, "Well, these people in Brooklyn are looking for a roommate," and give you a phone number. So I called and I got someone named Sandra. And Sandra was like, "Yes, we're looking for a roommate. And these are the specs." And she's like, "Yeah, New York is hard." That was the way she said it. New York is hard.
Sandra knew this.
So I made my arrangements. I sent my check for my first month's rent or whatever.
When he would send a check.
I did. I mailed a check and I had my room and it was all
Piece of
good.
paper with your
And I
information,
got to
banking details on it.
JFK and I took a obscenely expensive cab from JFK to
You're
this
still
apartment.
sore about that.
I am still pissed about this. I should have
Rip
taken the
off!
subway. Anyway, I get there and they're like, "Hi, yeah, here's your room, whatever." And like Sandra had left New York in the intervening time. Sandra was like, "Bye to New York."
See ya.
When it was like, New York is hard, she was like, "I'm out of here." So yeah.
Did she return?
No, I never saw her.
You never saw Sandra.
I never saw Sandra ever.
But you had a roommate, Sandy.
That was a different.
Another Sandra.
That was a different
What's
Sandra.
with all the Sandras?
That was a different Sandra.
Interesting, but true.
Yeah, and I will just say that, like, I haven't thought about her in 30 years, but I'm sending a thought to Sandra, who got the hell out of New York.
You know, she did her part, but she had had enough, and she said, "It's been great to see you, but cheery
Aw.
bye."
Eric says the roommate I have now was kind enough to give me her electric throw to deal with the lack of heat.
man.
That's a roommate to treasure.
Jeebus. Well, it's been freezing, so I was about to send you a Franklin stove
Aw.
under these circumstances. That's absurd. Pittsburgh
Sandra
is chilly.
Lee.
Mhm.
Aunt
Sandra
Sandy.
Lee.
Aunt Sandy.
Good old Aunt
Yeah,
Sandy.
no, there was Sandra and Sandy. I never met Sandra. I
You
did
never
meet
met Sandra. Who
I
knows
did
what
not.
happened to Sandra?
She moved back to Texas, apparently.
Who knows what happened to Sandy? Good question.
And apparently she was studying fashion. That's all I know about her. She was studying fashion
Mhm.
and she moved back to Texas.
Well, I bet she did okay, and then
I
ended
hope
up
so.
in Omaha or somewhere which is less of a pain in the neck than Texas. So
I'm not sure Omaha's less of a pain in the neck, but you'll let me know.
you'll tell me,
I
folks.
don't
Whatever
know.
happened.
I'm not sure that
Boom.
that's less of a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Neck.
Neck.
Oh my God, I have no filter tonight.
It's gone.
Cussing like
Gone.
a sailor.
Gone.
Cussing
Woo!
like a sailor.
You son of a. Get it. You son of a bitch! I palindrome. I could use.
So did I have a roommate then? I had 4 roommates.
You had there were 5 people in the house. Or did you
There
have 3?
was Sandy,
Mhm.
Kim,
Zach.
Brett.
Never met Brett.
Brett was not there long. When I got there, it was Sandy, Kim, Brett, and me.
That's 4.
And Kim had moved downstairs where Zach later moved.
Truth. I'm trying to figure this out still. After
yeah.
all these years.
Sandy had the best room, which I did not realize until later, and it didn't matter because I didn't care. But yeah, Brett kind of had some success as an actor.
Oh yeah.
But he just kind of came in when Sandra left. I don't know. I love thinking about this time because Moonstruck is streaming on Tubi or something.
regularly.
And like I watch it and
Heavily.
I'm like, that's exactly what Brooklyn looked like when I lived there.
It's
Watch Moonstruck.
kind of the same neighborhood. Am I wrong?
Yes, it's like a block away from where I live.
Carroll Gardens.
Yeah,
It's a nice neighborhood. It was a nice neighborhood.
Run away, run.
It was
Yeah.
nicer than the neighborhood I lived in, and I actually was dating her at the time. So yeah.
You don't have to even worry about this. I know. It's
I love
son
that.
of a biscuit eater. Let's
You-
cuss. We like it. I know. I'm cussing
I will actually use old man curses because I think that they're highly acceptable and mild in this
Son
day
of a
and age.
motherless goat.
If we can watch Christmas Story every year and Ralphie says, "Son of a bitch," you know what? He's right. He's right. He's been
Ben
ripped
says
off.
Moonstruck is in my top 10 favorites. I
Hey,
had an audition
good
where
thing.
I needed to do a Brooklyn accent, which I kind of have from Glendora, but
You know,
I mean,
what? She gave that to you? Huh.
I
I thought she
mean,
was renting that to you at a rather
my
exorbitant
cousin
fee.
Glendora can do it. My cousin Glendora has that
I do
accent.
it sort of a
is what I'm
tri-state
trying to
accent.
say.
You know, this kind of thing we're talking about.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, Moonstruck is that just takes me right back. Because I moved there then. Had a buddy in the Navy as student message.
you.
The officer wasn't happy, but he said, "I'm not a filter, merely the pipe. delivering the message." Oh, I feel like
that's a very important thing, which leads to the cliche: do not kill the messenger, just the message. And there's a whole thing about the Far East where the United States was involved at one point, and not giving superiors bad messages, bad information, which is
we all like Moonstruck. I love Moonstruck
problematic.
So
problematic.
I remember when I was still living
Moonstruck's
there.
a lot of fun.
Okay, so I have a couple of things to say since you're all Moonstruck fans.
Let me say that. You know what I got to say?
It's out there. You want me to get it?
I'll get it.
Okay, he'll get it.
I'll get it. I'll get it.
Since you're Moonstruck fans, I will give some stories of the time. When I first moved to New York, it was still when New York was a little
seamy,
crummy, but
dangerous.
I was so afraid to take the subway at night.
And then
someone pointed out to me, like, "Do you see all those town cars when you get off the subway at night?" I was like, "Yeah." Because there are all these cars just lined up with their lights on. They're like, they're mafia. You don't have to worry. Like
in that neighborhood, no.
Yeah, it felt like the mafia was kind of
patrolling the premises.
Like, if you weren't a mafia person, you didn't have anything to worry about. And then while I was still living there, someone a block over got murdered by the mafia. And those are my mafia stories. Anyway. Oh my gosh, her horoscope combo this week was scary accurate. Glendora has the touch. She really does. Oh, and Saturday is Glendora's birthday. Just saying, my birthday is tomorrow. Glendora's birthday is Saturday, February 15th. She's a day younger than me, and she never lets me forget it. She'll always be younger than me. I'm like, okay, whatever. Vegas was better when... Oh, hi, David, by the way. Vegas was better when the mafia ran it. I was acquaintances. I'm not going to say friends because that sounds seedy. But I was acquaintances with the son of one of the Jewish mafia leaders of Vegas back in the day. Glendora. Wait. Bert Kreischer's machine joke routine about the mafia is priceless. Oh, Glendora's birthday is cheap chocolate day. Well, that figures. Ooh, don't tell her I said that. She likes expensive chocolates, but her birthday is cheap chocolate day. Coincidence? I think not.
You still have
I know. I might have this little, I noticed this earlier. We still have this little tiny chocolate champagne bottle from New Year's, which I might just pop right now because it's a festive occasion.
You know.
I did. I put on Moonstruck again the other day. I was like, this movie is so good.
Those are really good. I would get those again.
Well, you can.
I noticed that when they sit for a while, that the fluid inside sort of solidifies into a bit of a gel, but it's really tasty. No, that's yours. That's yours. That's good for you.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I don't know why they call it champagne. Well, I guess it was champagne, but it's not.
There was a point in history where this was
It's not
champagne,
bubbly anymore.
but the bubbles have long since gone.
Mhm.
It actually is a pretty good flavor, and I like the way that they're done, which is fun. And if you eat all of them, you get drunk or sick.
See's candy.
Both. Yeah. Oh, Pup start with C's. Oh man, you West Coast people with your C's. Look, there's C's in New York City. They're down on about 8th Street, I think. Yeah. I've been by there a lot of times because ironically, that was around the corner from our dentist. I'd pass C's. I'm like, they're not even open yet. Go get my teeth cleaned, come out. I'm like, well, now they're open. And let's go get an assortment of caramels to pull my fillings out. They're so good. You know, there are East Coast equivalents, and there are excellent chocolates made in Brooklyn. Like, what am I thinking of?
Lilac.
Lilac are awesome. They're really, really good. And there's a joint right around the corner from my office called Meisel's.
Oh my gosh, that place is amazing.
This is a hole in the wall that defines the term hole in the wall. Like, it's about this narrow, but they make their chocolates right there. They're so top notch. Awesome. I love really good chocolates.
Yes.
Yeah. Cheap chocolates. Yeah, whatever. I love
Top
really
at
good
the
chocolates.
drugstore Saturday to see what's on sale. That is.
Now you're talking.
That is him.
Yeah, well, you know, there's good things on sale.
Dental hygienist husband tells IT for seasons. Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Hilarious. It's good stuff.
Don got an email for season. Don is asking, have you seen Babylon? I couldn't get past the beginning. Should I go back and watch Babylon?
Which one is Babylon?
It had Margot Robbie. Remember?
Did I watch
this? She
this?
was like forcing herself to cry. We didn't finish it because I was just like, this movie is distressing me. But
what was the whole plot of it? Was this the one set in the 20s?
Yes.
I really had a problem with that movie, Don.
But Don, if you tell me I should go back and watch it, I will watch it.
I'll talk to you offline about that because there were a lot of issues that I had with that movie. And I thought that it was very expensive and well done. And
when she was just like, oh, a little cry, and she did. And I thought that was interesting, but then it was just like, oh, it's an orgy on the set. And I'm like,
in the 20s.
Really?
Yeah.
But if you tell me I should watch it, I will watch it because I trust your taste.
Yeah, well, true. And I take good recommendations because we can't see
everything. Don says yes, definitely. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah.
There we go.
Okay.
We've been watching all of the available.
She'd be ridding herself of an annoyance. Wait. Oh no, Errol. Oh geez. Okay.
Never said no. You're thinking about it. You're walking around thinking about it. It's like that episode of the Twilight Zone where like the kid has a doll and the doll starts talking to the guy and he's just like, I'm getting paranoid. And it's just like, you're being cruel, you know?
Talking Tina.
Yeah. Ultimately, he is kind of cruel, but the doll starts talking to him first.
Wow. Did Rod Serling just predict everything?
He predicted a lot of these things because he had his finger on the pulse.
Was Rod Serling like Nostradamus?
Just asking. No, but he knew he would actually find a piece of a news article and write a whole episode around it, and it was actually very prescient. I think that's why I really enjoy him as a writer.
I feel like some of them are more prescient now.
Truth? Well, it gets better. It gets better as we go. Yeah.
Oh, the making of the silent films. Okay, Don. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, I hear that.
I can see that.
Definitely.
Yeah. Okay.
Definitely.
All right.
The pre-talkies were extremely elaborate. They were very expensive movies.
Ooh. Eric saying, I always wanted one of the night gallery paintings.
Oh, yeah. That was the thing.
Yeah.
Rod
Serling and The Simpsons predicted everything. Thank you, Amy. I'm just thinking about Twilight Zone and how many episodes I've sort of thought about in recent days.
Internalized.
Rod Serling, someone bring him back.
You're thinking of It's a Good Life. Oh man.
Yes.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah. Oh, the one with Billy Mommy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
real
mean-
good. It's real good that you said that.
We're gonna say that there, man.
Oh,
I think there
Ugh.
are specific episodes that I land on, and I will say, yeah, that's one.
Rod Serling looks like what Alfred E. Newman would grow into.
Very prominent ears he did.
Oh,
That's right.
Don says, I laugh nonstop. Okay. All right.
Okay.
I did not get the feeling it was supposed to be a comedy. So the fact that you laughed makes me want to go watch it again.
Something
Okay. All right.
we should take another
Okay.
look.
Yes, I will take another.
Fair
look.
is fair. There's things I don't like very much, but then people say, well, I like this because blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, well, I need to reassess.
It does feel Twilight Zone. I'm not going to lie.
You mean slightly dystopian and like strange and you want to leave the planet? Oh, that's a good episode too. First season. Who was that with I'm trying to think who's in that episode. I'm trying to think of the actor who was playing the heavy in that one, who's trying to like get them to not leave the planet, but they find the spaceship and take off. And I think it's Fritz Weaver is the lead guy in the family, and he gets them to board and go. Yeah, cool episode. Very cool episode.
Wait, which one are you talking about?
I think it's called Third from the Sun.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
First
first
I was
season.
thinking of
First
To
season,
Serve
very good.
Man, and I'm
Yep.
like,
Mhm.
which movie are you talking about? Oh, Babylon, Amy. Yes, Babylon.
Yep, that's the one. And Ben is talking about it's only seconds of Christmas Carol.
Oh, yeah. With
I think it's called Carol for Another Christmas,
yes.
which we have not seen, but you're thinking of the episode with Art Carney from second season, I think it is, which is really great.
Yeah.
Net of the Meek, really, really great episode. Shot on video at the time.
I know. We should clarify for Facebook folks. Yes, we're talking about Babylon,
Yes,
which we started watching it. I'm like, I can't finish this.
I couldn't do it.
I couldn't do it. It was so disturbing, but
Parts of it
we
irritated
didn't
me.
get through it.
Yeah.
And
So-
so I did not vote in that category because
I will give it another chance.
I'm honest to a fault. I might not have that many things going for me, but I have that going for me. I am honest to a fault.
Oh, for Pete's sake, you watch everything, and you actually will only
I
make a
will.
decision if you've
And
seen
if
all
I
the
have
parts.
not watched all the movies in that
Only.
category, I will not vote. But, and this is a big but, as Pee Wee Herman would say, if you don't provide your movie to me and I can't watch it, I'm not going to count it.
I'm not going to count it.
Because I've noticed that there are some categories this year where
You don't get a streamer.
not all of the movies are provided. And I'm like, well, if you don't believe in this person's performance enough to provide me a streamer, I guess I can't count it.
Well, I guess I can't vote on that now, can I?
Yeah. Oh, Babylon. I'm trying to think, Amy, like it had Margot Robbie. That's my big memory of it. It had Margot Robbie.
I'm trying to think of like the rest of that, but
And she's
kind
like
of-
in a scene where she has to start like crying, and she's just like, and she's like crying, and then everyone's like applauding, and she's just like, yeah, whatever. Which we were just talking about that in my class today.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Don is noting that
Okay,
perhaps he has a
found it.
dark sense of humor. Don, I've always believed that about you,
I
so I'm
think-
glad to
well,
hear that I'm
and
right.
we also have a dark. We have dark senses of humor. We don't have the same sense of humor,
We do
but
not.
we have dark senses of humor. So okay, I will try that one again.
When my general go-to for movie characters is General Jack T. Ripper, yeah, you're thinking about
It
that.
always comes back to Doctor Strangelove.
It probably
doesn't it?
does. I think that Kubrick will definitely get me more places
I
than
used to
that.
grab all the streamers off of Usenet. What? Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh, you thought we were talking about new pictures? We have
That was
been,
from a few years.
yeah, a
ago,
couple of years.
yeah.
We have been watching the latest crop.
Kelly, you're really happy tonight. I know.
Yeah.
I got home and I slammed down my dinner, and
Hello.
I'm so happy that I have no plans other than lunch tomorrow for the next 3 days.
Easy.
It makes me so happy.
I like being an
I
audience
need
in
a
a
day
restaurant.
off. I need a day
I'm
off.
kind of good at that.
Yo, I need a day off.
I'm thinking of the current crop, which we have of things that we've watched. Not we haven't watched them all. The items that we've watched for the current crop of motion pictures
The
that are
elephant bit.
awards worthy. That's what I'm trying to say. So of that, you recommend Last Showgirl.
I loved Last
Yeah.
Showgirl. I mean, it's hard to watch,
It's kind of tough.
but Pamela
What?
Anderson is so good in it.
She delivers.
She deserves her nomination.
The fact is, I don't think anybody in general thought like, well, you could do that role like she did. So good.
But and also, I forget, I don't even remember if Jamie Lee Curtis is nominated as supporting actress, but she is so good. And when she does that dance to Total Eclipse of the Heart, it's like, oh man, it's like
Heavy.
hard to watch. But yeah, but she's so good on that.
Heavy.
And
We just watched, I'm thinking Poor Things. That was last year.
Substance.
No, not The Substance. I'm thinking of the one with the two cousins traveling to Poland.
A Real Pain.
That's it. Could not come up with that phrase to save my life. That was actually really good. It was a really great character study, and the
Kieran Culkin was good in it because, like, you want to punch him at so many
play it very
points in
well.
the film, and
but I think the whole ensemble does it well. I mean, they
do. They're so good,
and it was actually shot on location in Poland, so it was like just a very specific thing. It's kind of great.
It was good.
I'm trying to think of what else.
I haven't watched anything. I'm gonna spoiler alert. I have not watched anything this year that I was like, ugh. Yeah.
Of course, we have not gotten yet to The Brutalist, which is the one that
we'll do that this weekend.
The investment of your entire weekend because it's 46 hours long.
Honestly, I love Brutalist architecture, so I'm excited.
You know, frankly,
but your film is 3.5 hours long.
For
like that's
for fuck's sake, you know what the hell is it talking
3.5 hours? Really? Why? Really? Why? But
you know, last year,
but he's the favorite to win the Oscar. So
honestly, it's a three-peat because last year was Oppenheimer, which was also 3.5 hours long and involved everybody you'd ever met and blah blah blah.
Pepper, she says, I remember when I almost got arrested in Poland.
Oh, hello.
What?
Hello. Don's talking about showing a stranger in high school. Whoa!
Oh my God! Everyone's looking at me, wondering why. Oh, Don, you were ahead of them.
You're way ahead of your time, Don. People didn't understand. Pardon me, what that was all about, but you did.
Topsy. Yeah. Topsy. Topsy. That'll be me. Oh, hi, Ryan. Good to see you.
Hello, Devin.
Devin, oh my God. It's been a minute. Hi, Devin.
Power to
Good
you.
To see you. Happy Valentine's Day.
I don't say, but I do say. Absolutely.
Devin and Jessica, I see Torcavian Tales. Devin and Jessica, yeah. Yeah. Oh, thank you, you all.
It is so good to see you. And we're talking about fun contemporary motion pictures and, frankly, unfun contemporary motion pictures. When we talk about things like The Substance, it's like, this is not fun. Well, this is really, really
3.5 hours for a biopic about an architect. That's how I felt about Oppenheimer.
Yeah, right. You know,
I'm not gonna lie.
Oppenheimer.
This movie is long.
You thought it could be.
I didn't think it wasn't good. I just thought it was long.
You also thought it could be half as length if you could cut back on everybody that he ever met. Do you need to see Heisenberg in Oppenheimer?
No.
For God's sakes, do you need to see Heisenberg here?
No.
I mean, he does what he does, but Jesus. But the fact is, the contemporary thing, I think, feels like the same thing. Maybe if you cut it back a little bit, we don't need to see everybody he ever met.
Phil, hi. Yeah, no, I'm just thinking like in
What?
I have come to appreciate an editor.
Because you are one, as am I.
Well,
you know what we like to do? Slice, chop it down.
Like so many of these films are so good, but it doesn't need to be 3.5 hours long. But I have not watched The Brutalist yet. So maybe I'll watch it and be like, we needed every one of those 3.5 hours.
Fair assessment. I will not make a huge pronouncement until I've seen the thing.
Yes.
and then I'll tell you about it. I have a feeling, but whatever. I mean, I'll actually watch it
Wait.
because we have a streamer, so we'll do it.
Jessica wants to know if Paul has ever thought about dyeing his hair purple.
Oh, really?
I think that would be amazing.
Well, it's a little lighter these days, and
I
it's
think
actually it's
would-
being
it
hit
would make it
by
easier to
all the
dye.
violet back here, and the lights keep changing. So of course the tint goes this way and that way, and I might have a sort of that like old lady violet rinse thing going on, which you might be picking up on. So frankly, I appreciate the commentary.
I
That's
think
kind of
that-
funny.
I think that would be amazing.
That's kind of funny. I never know. I don't think it would work at. I don't think it would sell at work, but
Oh, who cares?
whatever. The fact is, some people at work probably plenty of people at work have tinted hair. What am I kidding? It's just not that common with the gents. But I do many things for work, and some of them do not care. When I'm old, I'll wear purple. That's a cliche,
On my hair.
and we'll see. We'll see. I like the comment. I really do. Yeah.
Oh, Don says on Hulu, I watched a movie called Winner, which they list as a comedy. It's not.
It is
I
not.
enjoyed it though.
I have a funny story. Back in the day, I lived with 3 roommates, as did you, in a different part of Brooklyn.
had
Not
so
that
many
far from where
roommates.
she was. That's why we hooked up.
That's not why we hooked up, but okay.
Well, I mean, the fact that we're proximate really helped the whole process. If you'd been like all the way on the end of Long Island, I would have been I would have been toast. But
What?
I remember
Hold on. I'm just hearing about this. You wouldn't have bothered?
3 hours out to like Spionk.
Peacock.
I mean, that's
Wait,
just
I'm the first of hearing about you wouldn't have bothered.
well, I didn't know you then at all.
Sanish
So
had on the bottle of bubbly. I bought that in there was a store at the Culinary Institute of America, and I saw that little
Mhm.
sombrero, and I was like, "Yes, please, I'm buying that."
it's a bottle stopper that is a sombrero. It's kind of obvious. It's kind of
Wait,
awesome.
you got more bubbles.
Oh, I did? Are you
I just think your work
sure?
would be
I did.
very laid back. Oh, his work is. I don't know. Is your work laid back?
On a daily basis, it's not crazy. Every
There's,
once
like,
in a
almost
while,
nothing in
every
here.
once in a while, it's a fire drill. And the people that I work with really complain about that because they're the ones who have to.
Just says tell your
assist the fire
coworkers not to
drill.
be such. His manager
Pardon
is
me.
awesome.
No, my manager's good.
Actually, his
No, yeah, she's
coworkers
really
are
good.
amazing too. I don't know
Yeah,
about
no,
the
my
board of
coworkers are great.
directors.
Great.
The board of directors might suck, but
What? Well, I don't work for them. I work
you
sort
kind
of
of do though.
indirectly for them. And they're a board of directors for a major New York corporation. I mean, actually, it's a Delaware corporation, but yes.
Coco Bordello's starring purple is now stuck in my head.
Oh!
Ah!
Thank you, Ben. I was thinking recently of Gogo Bordello because they are really funny, and I recommend them for everybody. And some of the people here, I think Amy knows Gogo
Hi,
Bordello,
Clinton. Good
Yes.
to see you.
but definitely.
Happy Valentine's Day.
I'm trying to think about. Oh, I don't know. We're talking about colors.
I'm trying to think about. Oh, I don't know.
The fact is, I've always worn colors in shirts because people would go to this office and be like, "Hey, Monday, white shirt. Tuesday, white shirt. Wednesday, white shirt." It's like, wow, that's horrible. I hate white shirts. I really do. I'm always pastel colors. So when we talk about pink, I'm like, yeah, I have a pink shirt. It's a great shirt.
I remember
Wear it.
being at Hoboken when you worked downtown.
Yep.
Wall Street area.
I did for years.
I remember being at Hoboken and just watching people walk by, and it's like blue shirt, blue shirt, blue shirt, blue shirt, khakis, blue shirt, khakis, blue shirt, khakis, blue shirt, khakis. Like, yeah.
And today, it's blue shirt, khakis, vest. Blue shirt, khakis, vest.
They were vests.
Blue shirt, khakis, not vest.
No, you know
no
what
vest,
it
no
is?
vest, no vest, vest,
You know what
vest,
it is in
vest,
Midtown?
vest,
It's
no
like
vest, no vest, vest,
white
vest,
shirt.
vest.
White shirt, navy vest, navy pants.
What the hell's that all about?
White shirt, navy vest, navy pants. Like, what's with the vests?
Weird corporate thing. And Amy does like Gogo Bordello. Yes, I
Yes.
knew you would know them. Yes, but yes, of course.
Yeah, the whole
Yeah.
vest thing is tragic.
I'm trying to think about who I've been listening to lately. I had to come up with a ton of stuff for your collection. And
Jazz hands.
yeah, hello. And I'm thinking,
Lisa never gets me white shirts. She knows I'll steam them within minutes of putting them on. Ah!
I gave you 2 songs from the Cow Sills.
He did. He began and ended with the Cow Sills.
One of them much older and one of them much more recent.
And he
This from
gave
last
me,
year.
all right,
Yeah.
I'll
they're
give
both
you my
great songs.
POV of my playlist.
Hmm.
He made me a birthday playlist.
Aw.
I listened to it on the way home today. It was so great.
I told her it was there. She found it.
There were the Dead Milkmen, which was the clear favorite. There was Mojo Nixon, always amazing.
Grace Jones.
Perry
I
Gribb,
love that Grace Jones.
the Oot Newts.
Even Newts. Yeah.
Yes,
All day in your PJs.
that was great. Okay, I'm gonna look.
Anyway.
I'm gonna look.
Oh, you can take a look.
I am gonna take a
I
look.
hope it comes up, but yes, you should be able to see. Oh, there it is.
Oh, here we go. Ethel Merman.
Oh, yes.
Oh my God, I didn't even know this song. Cheetah Rivera and Liza Minnelli. Don't mom me. That was so
From
good.
The Rink.
So good.
I knew you needed to know it.
Every time I eat vegetables, it makes me think of you.
Ramones.
The Ramones.
Mojo.
Like 3.
Hello, Mojo.
Equals on Parade.
Bowling for Soup is that's a great song. And
I loved the Staying Alive medley too. Boston Pops.
I almost cut that,
It was good.
but I didn't.
Happy birthday, everybody. It's amazing. Oh, but also the Girls to Watch Music By. That was
It's very
hilarious.
Christy needs to know that. And
Not music to watch girls by, girls to watch music by.
Yeah.
So funny.
But I ended with a big trio of Motorhead, Cass Elliot, and the Cow Sills.
Cass Elliot
hello.
made me happy.
Yeah, there's a triumvirate for you.
Yes.
Yeah. Every single thing, including Motorhead,
It's
I
a
thought
good
is
one.
your music. Absolutely. Yeah. But
Wait, hold on.
what were we missing?
Okay, hold on.
I just
All
want to
right,
make sure
got
I
it,
got all the
got it.
parts.
Yeah,
Okay.
me too. Me
Okay.
too. All right.
Okay, good.
So
Yes.
I'm not necessarily clicking away. I just
Yes.
moved.
You just needed a hug. That's all.
Aw.
I'm telling you.
Francis had a prof who wore a gray tweed suit every day after a clandestine campaign of classmates suddenly leaving chalk marks on the back. Funny, it's 17 identical gray tweed suits.
Why would you have more than 2?
I love that.
I'm just asking. I mean, if you like it, you like it. But you could just keep wearing it until it wears
That's
out.
quite a
and
journey. I
replace
know
it.
it's an amazing list. Made me so happy.
Well, I try to find the things that she needs to hear.
Yeah.
That's very important.
He's good at finding the theme of the year.
I do find songs because
Pardon
I look
me.
for them. Well, I guess that's that.
I killed it.
Oh, good. It's her birthday. She can kill it.
I have killed it.
Still working on this part over here. It's good. It's happy. We'll have more bubbles tomorrow. Don't you worry.
Yeah, we will.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably something Manhattan-esque.
I had a good day.
Oh, I'm glad. Well, you actually were in class and people are good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have great instructors. You have good compatriots. I think that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
I've been working all day. And I've had a few rounds.
You've had a few rounds.
I'm probably getting sleepy. And we have to get up
Glendora will be
tomorrow.
right over. I know. If
Ah!
we pop open a bottle of red, Glendora will be right over.
Yeah.
I feel like we
That's
need
true.
to do that on Saturday and see if she just sniffs it. Like, oh, someone open a bottle of red.
Yeah, where's Peter when you need him? He knows about a good bottle of
He
Merlot.
tapped out.
He did.
He
He had
tapped
to
out.
work. I
I
know.
know.
I
So
know.
happy we could join you. I'm so happy you could join us
Oh,
too.
yes.
Oh,
I'm so glad we had this time together. It is
I
awesome
know.
to be
It is
able
probably
to
time.
communicate with you on 4 time zones. Occasionally, we're on like about 10 time zones because Australia checks in. I'm like, hey, guys, what's happening in Sydney? It's so cool because we have fans all over the world. Now, normally,
That makes us sound like Beyonce. We have fans all over the world.
well, I don't know. I may be overstating things, but ultimately, we people check in from all over. Normally 4 time zones check in, and I'm so happy that they do because we love all of these places. We've been to many of these places. We love the West Coast. We love the
Glad you saw me
Midwest.
sing you. Aw.
Oh yeah, so cool.
Thank you, everyone. Happy Valentine's Day to all of you.
Everybody who is celebrating.
If you hate Valentine's Day,
oh well,
remember that we love you.
yeah,
So you're in our hearts.
you're still there. And before you know it, it'll be President's Day. No, I think it was that this week already.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't have President's Day off, actually.
No, you don't.
I
You keep
am gonna
working
be
like that.
trucking into the city because showbiz does not
Never
notice President's Day.
rests.
But anyway,
But in the meantime,
one day I will be on a beach.
I'll have the day off because, hey, my
Oh,
business
yeah,
says
I
forget
know.
it. But I'm so glad you could join us
We love you and you don't have to eat worms.
here tonight on our
See
stage.
you on Monday,
Yep.
When I think tomorrow is Thursday, Julie, same. I know.
Yes,
I'm
you
gonna
are.
go, oh, it's Thursday. Oh,
Yeah, so am I.
crap, it's Friday.
And then I'm going to wake up and say it's Friday and I need you to actually get into the city to actually do stuff because we're going to do that. But in the meantime, we've had some fantastic drinks. We've had some great times with you. We've talked about all sorts of subjects. We started with the Valentine thing. We went there, this, that, and the other thing. A lot of classic TV, which we love, and a lot of classic radio, which we love. I hope that you find all of these things where you're going. The awards ceremonies, the awards contenders are going on right now.
Don't hate the yellow snow. I know, right?
Yeah, don't do that. And obviously, they're really hot. We do not have privy to all of the academies, so I don't talk about those. I talk about SAG-AFTRA because you have those.
There are films
And I like those
nominated for the Oscars that I don't have access to.
Yes. I
Yes.
like your awards ceremony better. I think it's more oriented towards actors. And I think that's actually
because it's the Screen Actors
Guild. I also think there's something slightly corrupt about the academies, but that's my opinion. Watch whatever you like, but the big films are fairly common among them, and we're going to see them. If you have any questions about that kind of stuff, you want to get into a chat or something, great. Yeah, I'll talk about these things. I am a cinema person. I've done that for years. And, there's a lot of really great stuff coming out, and it's fairly intense. And I recommend it. All of these things that I've seen so far have been great. We need to see this weekend The Brutalist about the architect guy, and Complete Unknown about some musician guy from the 60s.
I have 4 more to watch.
And away we go. And then we have that Valentine's Day thing tomorrow, which involves a lot of chocolates, roses, and champagne.
Oh, thank you, Julie.
So, there you go. I've said it.
Thank you, Julie.
Listen, folks, it's been awesome. We will see you again in a mere 7 days. I think we will be again on Thursday. Important.
I think it will be Thursday.
Very important.
If it will not be Thursday,
we need to change the day again.
Plenty of time, but I think it'll probably be Thursday.
I will probably be starting this broadcast again solo, but I can do it because she showed me the buttons to push, and I will do it to make sure that you get here on time, for Pete's sake. It's very important.
We'll see.
Well, no, yeah, you'll be fine.
No, I mean, we'll see about, probably Thursday.
But it's good. It's good. And the fact is, I could be talking to the wall, but you all showed up, which means that obviously we're doing something right.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, all of our patrons and all
Happy
of our
Valentine's Day to all of you.
people who actually tune in up on our Amazon list. It makes a difference.
Our Amazon list.
I promoted that at the beginning of the broadcast.
Right.
And obviously it has not been up there because we had to kill the banner, but it is very important to maintain
Jello
this
on Monday,
channel.
Colin Kelly. Yes, Jello on Monday.
Thank you.
Yes.
We are going to be doing a collaboration with Pepper Tree Villa, who has been here.
Yes.
You
yes,
know them,
yes.
don't you? Yes,
Watch
you
Pepper,
do.
Pepper Tree Villa. Feel free to drop the link, but yes.
Bingo. But always, this is a long way of saying 100,000 things, but at the end of the day, you know something? No matter where you go, no matter what you do, we will see you soon.
Good night.